Punch drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Punch drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Punch drunk.
Well, who am I?
Punch drunk.
Who am I?
Punch drunk.
I can't hear you.
Punch drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo shot himself.
Of Harlem.
You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo shot himself. AKA El Adobo, AKA El Sazón, AKA El Borracho, y El Domingo, El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a touchy, is a very, very, very touchy subject, you know. There's a lot of people that don't even want to touch this subject because they don't want to be the fool, right? Because of course, matter of fact, I even went too quick at this. So hold on. Let me let people just come in the chat, you know, join the live, you know. Oh man, a lot of inconsistency when it comes to the sport of boxing, man. Just let me warm it up just for a few. Of course, let's talk just a little bit what happened yesterday. Jerome Boots Ennis, one of the phenom in the welterweight division. I was going to go straight to the subject, but of course, man, this is the Brotherhood Circle. We try to leave boxing out of these conversations, you know, but boxing translates to life itself. But Boots Ennis, the phenom in the sport of boxing, y'all already know, man, in the welterweight division is calling out everybody, wants to fight Earl the Truth Spence, Mr. Catch a Body versus Man Down. That would be a good fight. Shout out to Jose Cepeda beating Josue Vargas. Man, a lot of people was tight. A lot of people was sad. A lot of people was crying, man. Man, Josue Vargas, his peoples, man. Y'all was acting like it was a damn funeral. Relax, man. It's boxing. Y'all know what y'all signed up for. Lord, my goodness. Damn, I'm like, yo, relax. Hey, Papa, relax, papi. Papi. Oh, man, that family. You got to be sure. Yo, at least Vargas took it well, man. I mean, he didn't take the loss well, but at least he responded like a professional, you know? Responded like a professional. Also, shout out to who else performed? Michelle Rivera. Shout out to Michelle La Zarza Ali Rivera. Good win. Pitched the shutout yesterday. Everybody, man, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, smash the like button. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this thing going. Lord, man, a fight that people been talking about. It wasn't a big fight, but it was an intriguing matchup for Gervonta Tank Davis, Rolly Romero. December 5th on a Sunday, Staples Center, Cali. Now, there's whispers out there in the source saying that they're looking for an opponent, a replacement opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis, because Rolly is in the middle of, police is investigating, and a woman just came out. Went to the police. I think her name is, what's her name again? I'm sorry. Her name is, I want to get it right. Isabel Sombrano from Las Vegas. She's been tweeting a lot about her experience with Rolly Romero. And let's just read. Let me see. Damn, I didn't even save what she read because she blocked people from her. I mean, if you don't follow her, then you can't see the messages. I don't know if I saved the messages that she put out there. Let me see if somebody else saved it. Hold on. Let me see if somebody else saved it. But we see this a lot, man. We see this a lot in boxing. Let me see if somebody put it out there so I could just read it to y'all if y'all don't know. If y'all don't know. Let me see if I could, somebody post it. Come on. Load up. All right. Rolly Romero. Smash the like button, man. You see the title. You see the title, right? I know a lot of boxing content creators do not want to touch on this subject because, of course, again, like I said at the beginning, you know, they don't want to seem like they don't care about what's going about the lady. You know, they don't want to be disingenuous to the ladies because we just never know, right? We just taking the words of the lady. We just taking her words, and again, man, I don't even know where this shit. Where is that anyway? But basically, she was saying that she was with Rolly and stuff like that, and she thought she was going to take him home, and then he put his pants down, and she said to suck his pee and all of that stuff, right? And she felt like she was violated, and then he took his pants off. He started taking her pants off, and he was kissing all over her while she was, and he told her, demanded her to hold his pee and all that, you know. Very hard to read because, of course, if you're a father, you have daughters and female friends, mother, stuff like that. You hate to see things. You hate to see women taken advantage of. Come on, man. Real men. This is a brotherhood circle. We don't play that shit. We don't like our women to be taken advantage of. We don't want our children to be taken advantage of. And put it this way. Nobody should be taken advantage of. Put it that way. Forget about this. Nobody should be taken advantage of. Right? So in this sense, let's be real about this right here. Let's understand the nature. Let's just understand the nature. I don't know if Rolly did it, and I don't know who's really the victim right now, but we're gonna be talking about this. And the members of the show, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge, good looking out, my brother. Drew said it's 9 women, not just her. I know I just put her face there because I don't know the other women. I know it was 8 when it first came out, but okay, it's 9 women. You know, and it happens that way. It happens that way, that when one woman come out, a bunch of them come out after that. I remember when Tiger Woods got, you know, it was just one woman that came out, and then like 30 women came out and a guy, you know. But good looking out, Drew. It's 9 women. I just heard if it was money shakedown, they would have waited until after the payday. And we're going to be talking about more about that. I was going to mention that, but just a little later, Drew. Good looking now. I was going to mention that, but just a little later. Is there concrete evidence, or is still under investigation? It's still under investigation right now. What's good, yo? No, good looking out to the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. If you want to be a member, you already know, man. Become a member. Get the Moonshine special. Get the Drunky Nation special. Rap Star Boxing Knowledge in the building. What's good, my brother? Everybody subscribe to Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Weird TV in the building. What's good? Punch, what's good, my brother? I'm doing real good. I hope everybody having a good Halloween and trick-or-treating. Sanchez in the building. What's good, Punch? For some reason, I've been missing your content, but I'm not missing this tonight. Woo! I know, man. It's a touchy one, man. It's the type of touchy one that a lot of people, you know, they don't want to touch bait because they're afraid they're going to lose their job. They ain't going to get sponsored, regardless if they have a radio or podcast or it's touchy. You may be, I may say the wrong thing, but you know what? I got to speak my mind, man. I don't got no muscle on me. Drew, I don't like how Showtime act concerned now when fighters on Mayweather Promotions have history of abusing women, from Floyd, Tank, etc. I was going to touch base on that as well. Before we get down to the dirty, I want to touch base on that because I don't understand if they're trying to cancel this fight, because we all saw Tank Davis, you know, manhandle his baby mama. That went viral. And they ain't canceling his fights. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, they're not even canceling right now. They're finding a replacement because of Rolly. But let's be honest, Tank Davis right now is going on trial in March for a hit and run, hit and run charges. That if he found guilty, he could be serving a seven year sting. So I don't know what maybe Showtime is having their little favoritism. We know what happened with Floyd Mayweather and the mistreatment. He got convicted for, you know, physical assaulting his baby mama. Rest in peace, his baby mama. I'm just giving y'all the news. I'm just giving y'all the news so we could have some perspective here, so we can have some content, so you can understand where we're going with all of this. And Showtime came out of nowhere and gave Floyd Mayweather the bag after that. Matter of fact, did they care about the woman? I did a video before. Did they really care about the mother? Did they really care about the women? Because remember, they even postponed the date so Floyd Mayweather can have his fight, and then he'll go to the court, and then he get cuffed up, and then he'll do his 2 to 3 months, right? I did a video yesterday. And it seems like this is the nature of the sport of boxing. Before I get down and dirty, I just want to get this out and clarify on my video yesterday. It seems like in the sport of boxing, they don't respect women like that. They don't respect women like that. To be honest, I think the boxers are getting the benefit of the doubt. So it's not really about this situation with Rolly. It's like, yo, why are they trying to find a replacement? Or probably they're trying to rewrite the wrong of all those years, right? Or maybe it's that Rolly is not a high-invested fighter, so they can make an example out of Rolly, but they wouldn't make an example out of Adrian Broner, who is one of the premier fighters in Showtime. Tank Davis, who was one of the premier fighters in Showtime. Jake Paul has had his allegations as well. Jake Paul has had his allegations, but you already know Showtime is throwing the bag. It's giving him the bag. Floyd Mayweather has been given the bag. Mike Tyson, who was convicted of rape, let's be honest, he was given the bag by Showtime. So I mean, now are they trying to rewrite the wrong, or the powers that be, or any movement is getting behind them? I don't know. Hit the like button, because it feels like if y'all trying to get this man out of this fight, and he hasn't even been charged yet. It's only an investigation. I think you're doing a bad service for Rolly, because what you're telling the whole world is he is guilty until proven innocent. Now, I'm not going to say the dude. I don't know the dude. I don't know. We don't know if he did it. We don't know if this is another woman that's trying to capitalize off of a guy that she may think is highly, highly rich. I mean, if she was trying to get at Rolly, she probably should have waited after the fight and then filed for all those stuff. But it seems like as soon as Rolly got in the big stage, let's keep it in content, y'all. Don't get mad at your boy Punch Drunk Boxing, all right? I don't know who's the victim here, and I'm not even choosing sides because I don't know, okay? Don't go out there and be, yo, Punch Drunk is thinking, you don't give a damn about the ladies, yo. Punch Drunk. No. Let's be real, okay? We grown-ass men out here, all right? We understand what's going on out there in pop culture and on all that stuff. We understand there's been women out there that has, these athletes be having false accusations and things, or they've been touched, or they've been getting raped, or things of that nature, and it finds out it was not true. Because there is a movement out there. Let's attack these. Let's capitalize off these rich and famous people. These rich and famous people are walking, got to be walking on eggshells because you don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. Right? And then there's powerful athletes out there, Hey, my brother, man, Sue, stop spanning, my brother. Then, he said that Latinas do anything for a bite of that Kit Kat bar. Look like you're about to have a commercial. Anyway, hold on. Let me put this in the chat. Hold on. Let me put this in the chat. Come on, man. We're trying to be serious out here, son. Rachel, you letting your sisters, a woman you care about, get in a car with Rolly. See, I don't know about that. I don't see. That's what I mean. Like, is by saying that is just saying that I'm going to let my sister, and my sister's a grown ass woman, all right? And I hope that, I'm not saying that he's guilty or not. So I don't know. What kind of question is that? That's what I mean. Like, we're having this question, like, is he guilty already? Damn, so just think about if it was you. Do you care that if somebody just could say anything about you and then you want the whole world to believe it? Like, damn, no proof. Like, damn, nothing. Like, there's no proof. I just could accuse you of anything. Damn. That's harsh right there. That's harsh. Hold on, let me put this in the chat. Hold on. That's harsh right there, man. Hold on, let me put this. If you want to become a member, I just put it on the chat right there, man. I'm gonna pin that just in case. Pin the best if you want to become a member, and see the perks. I'm gonna be opening up the panel so I could get y'all perspective, the members and stuff like that. I'm gonna put in the community back in the community section, the link. Not right now, but I'm gonna let you know what I'm put the community link. So yeah. Oh, let me get this. My fault, Drew. Drew says, show sometimes the timing comes when an athlete and actor has buzz, so people and journalists will investigate it opposed to average Joe. Exactly, Drew. Exactly. Punch Boxing had a big sponsor like 4 major sports. All them fighters you name would have been out there. Chichi Torres. She looked like a straight hoodie. Oh man. Punch brother Mike Tyson and Tupac were accused of worse. Been those types of hot. Look and say it all, bro. He said, oh man, Marco Guillen. What's good, Marco Guillen? What's good, Marco Guillen? What's good, Sanchez? What's good? Hi, member Hernandez. What's good? Shout out to all the members. Y'all know what's good. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's help the visibility, because I think we need to talk about this, y'all. We need to talk about this. A lot of people ain't gonna talk about it, but hey, let me talk about it, man. Let us talk about it. Let's be real. Brotherhood Circle, session 5. Let's be real. Let's be real, brothers. And if women out there, y'all listening on, maybe y'all could see what we talking about, you know? Because there is a culture out there that go after celebrities, the rich and famous. And then there's rich people out there that one of the worst, like I said in my video, one thing that athletes, especially the jock ones, you know, they got a bunch of yes people around them. They got money. They feel like it's power. They go, you know, if you tell a rich person, a wealthy person, or a powerful person around their circle, say, if you tell them no, it's like a form of disrespect. How dare you? You know, if they dealing with workers, how dare you say no, man? I want the work done now. What you mean that you can't do it right now? I want it done now, or you're damn fired. If they're handling with women, be like, yo, woman, I get all the women in the world. What you mean that you don't want into this? You feel me? Is that power trip? Was Rolly Romero having this power trip? If that's what it was? Or because he was in the position and then all of a sudden, see, now women came out. Now all of a sudden women just came out. Now women want to come out right now. Now where Rolly is now, he was on TV and social media, Mayweather, he's next to Mayweather, and then maybe the chicks is like, ooh, I know, I used to date him and stuff like that. He came to the strip club or the club a couple of times and stuff like that, and he didn't want me to be wifey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna F up his life. Damn, he's with Floyd, he got money, he's with Money May. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm just giving you a picture, I'm just giving you a different perspective, okay? I'm just giving you a different perspective. Don't get mad. You know, I'm just giving you different perspective. That's all it is. I'm not saying Rolly is guilty, but I find men talk more about the possibility of the woman being a liar than what is appropriate behavior from men. You know why? Because because it happens a lot. It happens a lot, but the difference is really people can't talk about it too much, because if you be like, hey, yo, man, come on, that chick just want his money. And then it came out to be true that he was violating her. Then those people that was breaking the story or talking about or have these comments, or then it's like, oh man, he's a dirtbag. You know what I'm saying? He's effed up. He hates women. And then they try to question you, what type of man you are. And this is why a lot of people don't want to talk about it. But it's a big catch-22. Yeah, Sanchez, facts. Check your mail. Yeah, a bunch of people trick-or-treating right now. We got no candies left for you. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I got it. Thank you. Thank you, HLD. So this is what she said. Edgar, Kovalev for Canelo and Valdez. Why not Rolly? Exactly. Kovalev for the Anthony Yard as well. For Canelo Alvarez. Nobody suspended. No, they ain't find no replacement. So she said This is what she put on IG. After we were done hanging out, I thought he was taking me home, but he wanted to make a quick stop. We hung out there for a while, and then he started to be a little pushy in a sexual way. And for some reason, it just wasn't sitting right with me. He started to touch my body. He pulled out his penis and told me to give him a blow. I repeatedly kept saying, no. Why you stood there with his penis out? He then unbuttoned my pants, but his hands then put his hands them down while he kissed me all over and made me hold this. Ooh, pee-pee. I felt frozen. All I remember was doing what he asked me to do and hearing him say, I always get what I want just so I could go home. Now, so this is what Isabel Sombrano stated. You know, what else she stated? I remember that was the highlight. It looked like she was going back and forth with the other girls. I think so. Thank you, Edgar. Thank you, Edgar. Marco, saludo, hermano. Punch Drunk Nation. Gracias, mi hermano. Marco Guillen. Gracias, mi hermano. First time on your channel. Looking forward to hearing this discussion. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that. Hope you subscribe. Check DMs, Punch. Which one? Yo, Weird TV said, you for sure have to get to the bottom of anything before you put a seal of judgment on it. How can you stop something from happening based on something that hasn't even been proven? True. I agree, Weird TV. I agree with you 100% on that, my brother. It's looking kind of, you know, what's good? Ride on the storm, man. What's good? High, low, dime low. If it's moonshine, it has to be great, better than Foster Flakes. What's good? High, low. So, yo, it's Edgar said Rolly should be gone to Tijuana. It's legal. Good looking out, Edgar. Good looking out. High, low. God bless y'all. Hold on, let me put this right quick. All right. Damn. So yeah. Punch, I want to be surprised if Flo has something to do with Rolly's situation. Wow. But look, let's be real. There could be a power trip with these athletes, and then there could be their own power trip, these women that feel like they could get what they want to get. You know what I'm saying? And they feel like the government is going to pick their sides. You know, I'm going to tell you like this, man. The court system, they love they love this stuff because they feel like these athletes, yo, these celebrities, they pay the justice system, man. They're gonna put so much money on these lawyers and stuff like that. The lawyer know the judge and blah blah. And that's the way that the money is all flinged up in the court system, you know. Just like they are a target as well. Hold on, give me 1 second. Give me one. I agree that the money team has something to do with it for sure. So now, how can we just look at a situation? This is why there's a lot of people out there. You see it in Twitter, you see it in IG, you see there's mixed emotions about this. Why? Because there is a culture in it. There is a culture in women taking advantage of powerful men, athletes, celebrities, who they deem has that bag. This is why when situations like this happen, people be like, really? They question it. This is supposed to be a situation where we shouldn't be questioning it, but it got to this point in 2021 that now we're questioning everything. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, the Me Too movement, yo, there's a lot of women out there, man. A lot of women that has been taken advantage of and by idiots, by stupid predators and devilish people out there, bro. Devilish men out there. Been taken advantage of. Sometimes they don't got a voice. And then there is a movement out there in which there is a voice. It's a voice. But guess what? Then there's a lot of women out there that wasn't genuine about it. That they was just try to take advantage because of the movement. And then when a woman comes out and saying, "Yo, this what happened to me. This what happened to me," then you got a whole bunch of people saying, "Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You're just trying to capitalize off the Me Too movement because there's a lot of women out there that has effed it up for the women that actually been through ish, you know? And it is what it is. That's the effed up part. That is the effed up part. That there's just a lot of women out there that be lying and trying to capitalize off these men, these athletes, these celebrities, these rich, powerful, whatever you want to call it. You know, there's a lot of women that do so. So how can we just sit back and be like, you know what, Rolly did it? Nah. They could be like, oh, yo, that's effed up what she said, but who's this chick? Because it's always happening. I'm not saying that women not get getting violated don't happen. It does happen. There's a lot of women that come out. There's a lot of women that don't say nothing because they're probably too embarrassed. Probably nobody's gonna believe them. And maybe you need that one woman to come out, just like Isabel came out, and then seven others came out. But then that's what make it fishy, though. That's what make it fishy. That when one come out, then 9 come out. That's what makes it fishy. Like if y'all all came together and called each other, oh, we're gonna do this tomorrow. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna come out with my text, and then you're gonna come out with your text, and then yeah, we're gonna come out at the same time. Like, really? That's what makes it fishy. I don't know. That's just my interpretation. That's what makes it fishy. What y'all think? So before Isabel came out, hey, Rolly's just in camp preparing for his fight. Isabel came out and 8 other women came out. Oh my God, what happened? You had an orgy at the same time or something? See, that's what it is, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just my understanding. That's what I understand. Yo, Ride of the Storm was good. LDBC says Canelo's camp is full of cheaters, but it looks like Mayweather's camp is full of women abusers. Rather be a cheater than an abuser. Man. Tough. Ride of the Storm. Lord. Yeah, they said that Eddie Reynoso's gym was full of cheaters. But Mayweather Promotions, man. Hey, those are the facts, man. Those are the facts, man. That's what I mean. What's going on with that company, man? What's going on with that company, man? You know, that stripper life. You know what I'm saying? That stripper life. And when you in a strip club and you just paying for stuff and you surround the look, and let's put it this way. Let's say Rolly is this guy that's always in a strip club, right? Let's say he's always in a strip club. He got money. He's throwing money around. And when you in a strip club, you confine yourself with that type of atmosphere. That's your life. You in a strip club. Yo, here, sit down. You know what I'm saying? Sit down. Here's $20. Give me more. Oh, let's go over here. Bang, bang, bang. Here's a blow. Give me a blow job. And you in that atmosphere every single day. And that's the type of woman that you want. And then when you chilling with this chick, you feel like your money is going to buy that blowjob that you was asking Isabel. Right? And then she says no. But you so accustomed to the woman saying yes, and you pay for it, and you going, yeah, she going to do, yeah, give me another one. Give me 3 more minutes of it. Give me another song. Boom, boom. Right? And you're used to the, hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hi, mi amor. Di-di-di. And you so into that world that now you just having a one-on-one with a chick. And then you feel like you got it like that. Like, yo, you know how many women I got could be with me? And then you can't handle that no. You can't handle that no. No. Baby, come on, man. Suck my... And maybe Rolly was on a power trip. Maybe he was on a power trip. Or maybe he was not on a power trip. Maybe when she said she wanted to go home, he said, I'll take you home, or you could get an Uber or whatever. And maybe when he said, oh, you ain't going, maybe when he said, yo, suck my whatever, and then she said, no, he said, all right, get out of here then, man. Get out of here. And maybe that got her mad. You know? Maybe that got her mad. Like, yo, I ain't F with you, man. I just want to F you. There's guys out there, but there's people out there that just want the sex, and that's it. And maybe she wanted more. How about maybe when they had sex and stuff like that, he didn't cuddle with her and say like, yo, here's an Uber, you got to go home. And then she didn't like that. That shit broke her heart. We don't know. We don't know, man. We don't know. But at least there's a police investigation. But during the investigation, Rolly should not be pulled from the card. Which I feel. Me too, but I'm just saying. Punch, do you think Rolly can overcome this career-wise? Yes. You know why? Because it's boxing. I think Rolly can overcome this because it's boxing. Mike Tyson could overcome. Everybody love Mike. Everybody love Mike. Did Mike overcame this? Yes. Gervonta Tank Davis manhandled his woman, his baby mama, in front of the whole world. As a matter of fact, you know what happened after that? He got more fans. Jake Paul. They was talking about him taking the hat of Floyd Mayweather more than the 2 girls that came out saying that he sexually assaulted them. Adrian Broner, people remember the $13. Why does he got probation? Why is he going in and out of court right now? Or in and out of jail right now? The $800,000 that he needs to give this woman that he sexually assaulted or physically assaulted this woman? Huh? Showtime ain't pulling from no card. So I really want to know if because this is all sources saying that Showtime is trying to pull him out this card. I want to know why. Why is it pulling out the card? I know Floyd Mayweather don't see a problem with that, but I'm just saying, why is he pulling him out that card? Huh? Why are they trying to pull him out that card? He hasn't been convicted of nothing. He said Gervonta paid that girl to make those lies. Damn. Shice. Yikes. That's kind of sad in a way. Still innocent and proven. Yes, it's still innocent as proven guilty. All of a sudden, this has come. That is, you're guilty into proven innocent. HRU punch. God bless my brother. Gervonta Tank was my favorite fighter before, but with the money team, he is losing a lot of fans. I think they want they want out of Rolly fight. You think so? Epa good looking out, my brother. You think they wanted the Rolly fight because it was a mandatory and they was forced to get the Rolly fight, but they didn't really want the Rolly fight? You think it was that? I mean, it's in-house money. I mean, we could say that, right? That it was a forced fight because the WBA mandated that fight. And now they're trying to come up with something just so they could pull away from that fight. I don't know. But it's an in-house fight right there. Yo, Punch, there has been many times these girls take money under no disclosure policy. So like Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody knows him, went through the same thing. He couldn't come to the USA. The soccer player, right? And then it's almost like, yo, you know what, Ronaldo? Shit. Man chicks is over that dude. Man chicks want that dude. So when you hear like, oh, Ronaldo sexually one of the, what was it, like a rape thing, right? And you look at it like, yeah, really, this man could go anywhere across the world, and there's 500 women trying to be with him, but he raped this one. It could happen though. It could happen. But imagely, just knowing this guy. Yo, good evening. I know Rolly personally and his family very well, and I like him. Or they said it was 8 women. Okay, they say it was 8. How many girls are accusing him? They said 8, 9 women, something like that. I don't know the rest of the names, but now it's like more coming out. Tank have a date on court for hit and run. Yes, and he has a court hit and run. If he's found guilty, gonna be serving 7 years, but they're not pulling the fight away from him. It's kind of shaky now. Now I think pulling the fight away from Rolly at this point, we're talking about a woman out there, women out there that has been sexually abused by this guy. We shouldn't really be talking about it too much like that, but it's boxing. Best fight to make is Regis Prograis Tank. Make us Prograis Tank. They both PBC. I don't think that Regis Prograis PBC. I think Regis Prograis is still a free agent. Regis Pro is not PBC. He was in PBC. He's a free agent right now. It was a fix. I think it was a fix. There's a lot of favoritism in boxing. Yeah, there is. I mean, they taking Sanchez. They taking are they taking Gervonta Tank Davis? I never heard anybody say anything about his situation. Did Steven Espinoza say anything about Gervonta Tank Davis situation? Or maybe they're trying to use Rolly, but really they're canceling the fight because of Gervonta Tank Davis. I don't know. Chichi Torres, from 1 to 9 or to 1 to 22, like the Chama Cuito from Texans. No disrespect to any sexual assault victims out there, but how do you force 22 women to J you off? Yo te digo, mi hermano, yo te digo, mi hermano, que that's what I mean is the culture, bro. There is a culture of women trying to take advantage of these men, trying to use the system, trying to get the money. You know what I'm saying? There is a culture in that. Yeah, and there is men out there that feel powerful, men that feel like they could get anything they want and don't know how to respond to no. When a woman tells them no, they don't know how to respond to that because they feel like they could get anything they want. They feel like they God, and how dare you say no to me? Man, how dare you say that? Or maybe how she said no. Maybe he already had dated this woman. She's like, I know ahora because we're in a car. Deja eso. We don't know. We don't know. I say good evening. I know. Okay. Good evening. I know Rolly and his family very well. And as the police commissioner, I wrote to his accuser indicating to her if she is willing to take a lie detector's test. Oh, wow. Hey, maybe that's what they might have to do. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this though. I'm gonna tell you like this, folks. There has to be some consequences when women lie, though. When anybody lie, there got to be some consequences, especially these type of consequences. You know what I'm saying? Saying that you sexually assaulted them, sexually abused them, raped them, and then it come out that it's not true. These women need to face some jail time. Whatever that man was going to face, if it came out that that woman was lying, I want her to get some jail time. Just like if it was the other, if Rolly actually did it, yeah, he deserved that jail time. But if it come out that this woman was lying, they deserve that jail time. And this is the reason why people lie. This is the reason why you could hear 22 women coming out, because there is no consequences to it. There is no consequences to it. Matter of fact, sometimes they even got to pay an attorney. The attorney let them know, don't worry, we're about to get this money off of him. He'll settle, and y'all gonna get your percentage. Yeah, defamation got to be bigger than that. Defamation got to be like, oh, yo, if I was going to be guilty of the charges of these allegations, right? And they was going to charge me 10 years, right? And find out that this woman was lying, she got to get 10 years. She gets 10 years. Yep, she got 10 years. That's in my book. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. And I think you will see all that lying stuff. People think twice. They won't even think about a lie. Sure, we don't know, but people form opinions whether it was fair or not. True. That's a dangerous fight for Tank. We all know any skillful fighter will always have problem with the people with a style like Rolly, Maidana, and Sean. Yeah, we know. Good looking out with Pacastran. Good looking now, Sanchez, 100%. Danny, yep, defamation, of course. Facts. How come others get to fight until proven guilty, but not Rolly? I don't know, Rap Star. I don't know, and that's kind of weird in my opinion. Knowing how boxing is, and knowing the history of boxing, when guys was pinned with something. Adrian Broner fought Santiago, Kovalev fought Canelo Alvarez and Anthony Yard. I know Billy Joe Saunders ain't do really nothing to a woman, but he was talking and hinted the heavy bag how to hit a woman and stuff like that. And that was actually barbaric, just talking about it. You know, I understand why the UK Federation felt the need to take his license away. But that's not the nature of boxing, though. And I know that it's wrong. We know that it's wrong. But the nature of boxing is, look at what Mike Tyson said to the interviewer, like I said in my video yesterday. He said you shouldn't speak unless, I'm paraphrasing, you shouldn't speak unless I fornicate with you. Or you shouldn't talk right now. Let me see if I can play. Let me see if I got that on the bag. Hold on. Let me see if I got that. Let me see if I got the playback on that one. Let me see. Nah, I don't got it here. Hold on. Let me see it's here. You remember this, y'all?
I'm gonna do interview with women unless I fornicate with them. So you shouldn't talk anymore. Unless you wanna.
Like, you remember when Mike Tyson said that? People found this as a joke. Remember?
No, I think we're all talking together.
I normally don't do interview with women unless I fornicate with them. So you shouldn't talk anymore. Unless you wanna.
I'm saying, I'm probably one of the biggest Mike Tyson fans you could find. I'm probably one of the biggest Mike Tyson fans you could find. But I'm gonna tell you like this: when that interview happened, ain't nobody really say nothing. Ain't nobody really say nothing to Mike Tyson. Can you imagine if LeBron James or Michael Jordan said that right now? They'll be boot out the league, bro. Boot out the league. Every endorsement would snatch their endorsement away. Can you imagine LeBron James saying that? Yo, you can't do interviews with me unless I fornicate with you. So you shouldn't talk right now unless you want to, Can you imagine today? Can you imagine? But the nature, what's good, Michael? But the nature of boxing is you could talk like that. You could be a fighter smacking another man's wife in the ass. You could be Hopkins and take the flag and drop the flag. Can you imagine in another sport? See, in boxing, crazy shit happens and it's like a regular thing. It just happens. It's just boxing. Kubrat Pulev, the interviewer, took this woman and then started tongue kissing her. And he still got the AJ fight. Every time we see something like this and disrespecting women, they still gonna give the biggest fight. These networks don't do nothing to them. Edgar Punch, you gonna sell borracho hats, el sazón. Así mismo, mi hermano, es sazón, ya tú sabes. Yeah, probably el borracho y el sazón. Coming soon, my brother. Coming soon. In other words, we don't know the facts or have sufficient evidence to pass judgment till then. No, we don't. We don't have the facts. But there's people already out there. But if Showtime does this to Rolly, then you're against them. What you're saying is that we believe you did this to her, Rolly. So we're pulling you from making money because we all know fighters only make money when they fight. So this is my biggest fight of my career, and you pulling me out of this because there was an allegation that I'm not there. I haven't been even charged. There's an investigation. Really? You pulling me out the fight? I'm already in training camp. Are you serious? But this man is going to be fighting, but he got actually a court case that he could go to jail by almost killing 4 people while being drunk, allegedly. Dr. Mofongo, dímelo, mi hermano, ¿cómo está? But let's not carry it away. Let's keep on talking about the subject in hand. Is this a woman that's just trying to capitalize off Rolly and then find out like she did it too soon? Is this a woman, just another woman out there trying to create something, trying to take away from this man because she feel like she's about to get that money? Or is this Rolly having a power trip, taking advantage of a woman because he feel like he could get and touch anything he want, a la buena o a la mala? Now let me see where we at in this. Let me see in the chat. I'm gonna pose a question. Do you believe? Don't say I don't know. Matter of fact, yeah, I don't know. Do you believe this woman is telling the truth? Yes, no, or I don't know. I'll give you a minute. Let me play Pancho. Let me play Pancho. Go ahead.
Then it's me. Then it's not a soul. Setting it means me. Had a matter bone. What do you mean? Spin me when I'm low. Then it's not a show, man. When it's not a fiend.
Now, Pancho, ese hombre, ese le gusta a las mujeres. Ese respeta a las mujeres. Pancho sí respeta a las mujeres, ¿oíste? Pancho respeta a las mujeres. Hey, Pancho, he respect the women out there, okay? Let me see what people are saying. Hold on. Let me see. Dominic said, yes, there are 8 women, bro, which means he said, yo, I gotta believe there's 8 women. Mota said, punch, you not trick or treat in a day. Nah, they trick or treating. They're knocking on the door right now. My kids is right there giving out candies. Giving the Gervonta Tan David the opportunity to make money for his case, but not giving Rolly Romero his opportunity to make money for his case. Facts. Hector said allegations. Dominic Rivera said no. Luis Palermo said no. Angel said no. Pro Drive said no. Feminist BS. Oh, Pollos LOL. He didn't give an answer. Lewis said no way. St. Matthew said hell no. Let me see. I got accused and arrested of hitting my ex, and I never laid one finger on her. Yet, still they put me through the system. Diablo Gabriel, I'm sorry, my brother. This is the conversation. We need to have these conversations as well, man. I know a lot of people that's been through the same stuff. Been a lot of people that have been through the same stuff. I actually see it in action before. I seen it in action before. And the cop will arrest the dude. Like, yo, my man, ain't nothing happened. That dude ain't even touched the woman. It was her wilding out. You know? Hell no. St. Matthew said, hell no. Rolly's too smart. Shit. Maybe he was drinking. We don't know. I don't know. El Pacastran. Ha 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 ha. Midtown Boxer said, no. Hector Gonzalez said, 8 women, bro. It's not one. It's 8 of them. Is it a no, yes, or I don't know, Hector? I know you're saying 8 women. It could be 15 women. Let me know. Because at the same time, it feels kind of what? 8 women came around the same time and now it was an orgy or something like that. Like he broke 8 women's heart in the same day at the same time. That for me is a red flag. To me, right there's a red flag. I could get 1 woman. I could get maybe 2 women. But when you have 8 women coming out at the same fucking time, for me is a red flag. I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry, ladies. Ladies, men, I'm sorry. When 8 women just coming out of nowhere, they get to today. Rolly said, you know what? You know what I'm going to do today? I am going to violate all the women today. Any woman that I meet today, I'm going to violate them all. I'm going to violate them all. That's what it looks like to me. Let's be honest, man. Come on, let's be real. Let's be real. When 8 women come out at the same time, that means that last week nobody came out. The 2 weeks before, no. So this day, they all want to come out at the same time. It's kind of fishy to me. I don't that part. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's enough evidence known yet to say, nah. Everybody subscribe to Mike from Boston. Yo, everybody subscribe to Mike from Boston, one of the best channels on YouTube. Right, or the Storm said, I can say because I don't know her character. People who know her personally would know if she would lie like that. Maybe it's prostitution, not rape. Ooh. Whoa. I think I'm the only woman here. And the point I'm trying to make is that 5% of women who falsely accuse them from 90% of males' opinion. Hey, you know what? But this is something that men do talk about, but can't talk about it too out loud within the women as well, because they feel like it's a difficult subject to actually give an answer. It's a difficult subject to really talk about, especially if you do. If you're a content creator, if you do podcasts, if you're a radio personnel, TV personnel, yo, a lot of people is like, come on, man, really, this is happening, huh? Let's not forget that just a year ago or a year and a half ago, there was a couple women that said that Oscar de la Hoya violated them. That shit, I didn't even know where it went. You know what I'm saying? Let's not yo, ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget that our former president Donald Trump was going to court because of the porno star. What's her name? And she had to pay Donald Trump $300,000+ back. They didn't find her saying the truth. And then that attorney, Michael, what's his name? Michael something. He's in jail. I think he got arrested. I think he's still in jail or something like that. They try to do that. They even try to do it with Trump, with the porn star. And she got caught. And now she got to pay Donald Trump $300,000. And then she sued her own attorney. Yeah. Because he promised you something, and then he figured out y'all was going to get a lot of money out of this, and now you got to pay them $300, and $300,000. You're like, where I'm going to find that money from? Tony, much respect. Punch Drunk Boxing in the chat. Stop to show support and hit the like button. Out the kids, salute. I hope everybody having a great Halloween out there. Great costume, great candy. Don't eat all the candy, you know. Sanchez, I violated a restraining order for calling my baby mama and served 8 months in jail. Ooh, Sanchez violated the restraining order for. Remember the other session when we was talking about? Remember the last session when we was talking about baby mama drama? When I say how they could get, how the process of them getting the custody and what a lawyer would tell them, they'll tell you to get a restraining order first. They get a restraining order protection. Go for sole custody and go for child support at the same time. So by the time you get that restraining order, by the time you head to court, the judge or whoever's the judge is looking at you like you the bad guy. Look, she needs to file a restraining order to protect herself from you because you a psycho already, and that's the way you enter the court, being looked at as a psycho. That's why I told y'all on last Sunday, make the first move when y'all with the cuckoo. Y'all better call the cops first, or she gonna do it. And now you working from behind. Pause. Now the government's gonna take that Vaseline and pipe you. Punch. It could be that the first woman inspired the others to speak up. Sexual crimes make the victims feel ashamed and feel like they won't be believed. No, true. I understand that perfectly. I understand that. I'm with you. I understand 100%. I understand that. But, you know, it's the way that it looks, right? It's the way that it looks. And sexual crimes make victims feel ashamed that they feel they won't be believed. Why there are victims also out there that feel like they won't be believed? Is it because they're ashamed, or because there's a lot of women that has come out lying about it, and then when they do come out, nobody's going to believe them? So it could go either way. You feel me, Rachel? Like, I understand exactly what you're saying, 100%. I understand sexual crimes make the victims feel ashamed and feel like they won't be believed, right? It's already being ashamed, being that girl in the neighborhood, or being violated by your own family member or uncle, and then your father or brothers or nobody in your family will believe you because this guy is well respected in the family and things of that nature. They have all the trust in them. I've heard stories, right? But could we also say that maybe she feel like nobody's gonna believe her because there's already been women out there that has messed it up for the real woman that has been violated? And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was saying earlier, Rachel, that the Me Too movement, yes, it's good to push this awareness. Like, yo, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of women, there's a lot of people, kids, boys, girls, that has been violated. And then everybody's creating awareness. Everybody is all in. But then there's a group of people that use the Me Too movement to capitalize from it and then collect money. And then they mess it up for the real victims. So it's a very touchy subject. This is why, because whatever answer I may give or I may say, people gonna be like, Punch Drunk, you don't know shit. Well, you don't know what you're talking about. How dare you talk like that? How dare you be disingenuous? So I understand. That's why it is a tough subject to talk about. There is, because we don't know. We don't know if Rolly is the victim here. We don't know if the girl's really the victim here. Who's really the victim? It's very hard. So maybe she just came out and say it, right? And maybe she didn't want to come out early and say it because she feel like she ain't going, she not gonna, nobody's gonna believe her. But it's becoming a trend that when one comes, everybody else comes. And are you gonna let this woman dictate your value, or how this other person should pay? So if Isabel would have never came out, these other 7 women would have never came out either. So y'all need Isabel to come out so you can worry about how, so you can worry about how you was violated. You're gonna let her set the tone. How about you set the tone? You know what I'm saying? How about you? Don't you need Isabel? I mean, I don't know if Rolly is not even a big star for people to at this point to give him the benefit of the doubt yet. He's just a come up. You know, so I don't know. I don't know. What up, Oscar? What up, everybody? Rolly be lying. So Punch, I think they're just trying to get money. Mike from Boston said, nowadays you gotta have everything on video. I have dash cam running every time I'm in the car and security cameras in my daughter's room. Facts. Tell her, Mike. Tell her, Mike. It's one girl that posted online and the others started popping up, but only one has gone to the cops. Yeah, right. Is that Isabel's the only one? That's why I put her up, because I haven't seen the other chicks yet. I know there's been other chicks, but it's only one that has gone to the cops. And what happens now? If Isabel goes to the cops and the other girls go to the cops too? Like, this is what I mean. Like, how serious was it? Was it that you've been dating this guy or going out with this guy? And because everybody has different characters. Maybe she's a loca too, and she's with Rolly, and Rolly un loco. Mira, mami, yo, there's people that have done. Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. All right. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of men out here that's conservative, right? And there's other guys that's crazy, but likes to chill with the crazy girl. Have y'all done crazy stuff with your partner before that your friends wouldn't do with their own partner, with them other chicks? Like, there are crazy chicks and there are some crazy dudes that be doing some crazy shit, you know? Maybe she wasn't in tune with doing the crazy shit at the time, and they already done that crazy shit before. Like, not everybody is, oh, how you doing, honey? Would you want to go to a place tonight? And to my place, and maybe we could, have some wine, and then, and kiss, touch here and there, and I'm just saying, just think about when you in college, just think about when you was young, when you was Rolly age, and you was chilling with this girl that is the same age and doing some crazy shit. I don't know, man. It's a way to many variables and unanswered questions with no facts in either side. Yeah. Have you ever been in a situation where the girl that you was dealing with wasn't psycho and you was just messing with the chick, and then you don't want to take her serious? Nah, you tell her, nah, baby, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. But why not? And then she turns crazy because you didn't want her to be the wifey, and then she turned crazy on you, and then she tried to F up your life because now you got in tune with another chick, and then you made her wifey, and then she thought that she was gonna be wifey, and then she's the crazy one. She's coming after you now. There's a lot of stuff, man. There's a lot of stuff. Raw Boxing TV in the building. Everybody subscribe to Raw Boxing TV. MD. After one falling rock comes the landslide. It just takes one. Saludos. And what do you feel about that? Good looking now. Good looking now. Appreciate that. And what do you feel about that? The MD 2020 Bandit. What do you feel about that? Do you believe? Because I'm saying what I feel. What do you feel that when one come out, then a bunch of them come out? Do you understand what Rachel was saying in her earlier tweet? Tweet in her earlier reply. Do you feel like, oh, now it gives all the girls confidence to come out? I just found that weird. You know what I'm saying? I always found that weird. Like, one come out, then everybody come out. Like, does everybody feel like ashamed of coming out? Because I'm just thinking, man, if I get violated, I don't know. What can I, if God forbid, what can I tell my daughter now? If she gets violated, what she needs to do? Woman, man, if you don't tell me and I find out later, I feel like killing both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a touch subject because I never been in a situation like that, and it's hard for me to put my foot in those shoes. You know, how does a woman feel when they violated and then they feel like they're too ashamed to come out? I don't know, man. I don't know that feeling. You know, I think it's hard for people to understand that feeling too, man. Snowball effect, yeah. But that snowball effect, I be seeing it sideways though. Feel me? I be seeing it sideways. But a lot of people feel like she ain't the victim. But how about this? How about this? The people that said no, you don't believe her. How about this? The people that said no, you don't believe Isabel or the other girls. Tell me why you don't believe her. For all the members right now, y'all want to get in the panel, I'm going to put the link in the panel. Y'all already know the members. Y'all already know, man. I'm going to put the link in the panel because I need to hear the different perspective if y'all want to join in. Hold on. And thank you for all those who are a member. If you want to become a member, the pin, the message in the pin. If you want to be a member to the Punch Drunk Boxing Nation, Punch Drunk in the Moonshine special, you get the shout outs. You could be on the panel and talk about it on the other on the Drunk Nation, on the Drunky Nation. You could be on the panel with the interviewers and get the exclusive news and things of that nature. It says it right there if you want to go check it out. Let me put this in the community box. Hold on. If y'all want to hop on a panel, the members, I'm putting the link in the community box, in the community section. Mm-hmm. There you go. I already put it in the community box. If y'all want to jump on a panel, for the members, if y'all want to jump on a panel, there you go. The link is already there. Bro, really, why all sad and the man ain't ugly too bad? When you got, if we put fear in our kids, they will keep things from us like being molested. Yeah, I know. How would any, because when most of us right here, we're men. Most of us are men, we're fathers. What would you tell your daughter right now? What would you tell your daughter if God forbid something like this happened? How would you tell her how to reply? Because there's a lot of women out there that says they're ashamed, you know, because that will kill me as a father. And my daughter doesn't tell me this happened to her. That will kill me. Like I would want to kill the guy, but I would be so mad at my daughter for not telling me why. I'm your protector. I'm just saying how I will feel. I'm not saying it's right that that I should feel like that, but that's something that I will feel. I can't imagine. You know what I'm saying? I would think I have the trust that I will be there for her, and then she don't tell me she got violated or whatever. Let me know. Tell the people, because everybody in the chat, we can learn from each other in the chat. What would you tell your daughter how to handle a situation, God forbid, if it does happen? HLD in the building. What's good?
¿Qué es lo que hay, hermano? How we doing, Papo?
Hey, touchy subject, man. Touchy
It is
subject.
a touchy subject.
Okay. First, let me know what's your opinion in this? You know, briefly, what do you believe? Who you think is the victim here and why? Or you just can't, you can't really say who's the victim. Ricky Torres says the touchy subject. What's good, Ricky Torres? You hear me? HLD?
Here, I think I got this YouTube playing at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, let me see some other perspective around here. Again, the link is in the community box for the members. If you want to hop in, the link is in the community box. If you want to hop in and time in, I know it's a touchy subject, and I know that you may say something, and people gonna be like, "Damn, you're the bad guy. Damn, you're not genuine with the lady. How about if it's your mother? How about if it's your daughter? How about if it's your female friend? How about if it's your cousin? How about if it's your aunt? How dare you? Why Rolly can't do that or whatever?" Is a lie. We need to hear it. We need to talk about it, y'all. This is the brotherhood circle. This is something that we need to talk about. We need to teach our kids and teach our daughters what to say. Talk to me, HLD.
I've been saying it already for a few days, and I've been on other panels talking about the subject. This is something that we cannot start passing judgment on either side, because we just don't know shit. We don't know the facts of the case. We do know that we're living in trial times, bro, and yeah, we got men who for centuries have taken advantage of the situation with women. But nowadays we also have the situation where women are also taking advantage of situations for whatever reason it is, towards men. And so, we can't pass judgment on either side just yet. Rolly has a hard time because right now he's got his Twitter feed, which he's a crazy wild boy, man, and he's acting like a young 20-something-year-old kid in today's days. And so he's gonna a lot of people are passing judgment based on that, unfortunately. But I think that, yeah, we can't pass judgment. I do think what's wrong that I've been seeing a lot, especially on the YouTube or Twitter, is how quickly they may twist some certain words that are put out as, for example, oh, they're replacing Rolly. Well, no, that's not the official word on that. What it is that they're responsibly, they're doing plan B, finding, making sure they have a backup just in case this turns crazy. I could respect that because, the show must go on if something happens. They don't want to get caught with their pants down, no pun intended with this. But, if that happens, they want to have somebody, all right, this is who's going to step in. But to say that Rolly's being replaced and everybody's talking about who's gonna be his replacement and all that shit, that's foul on this young man, because you're immediately making a wave to take food out of his mouth without him being there's no cause even for a charge yet. You know what I mean? And so I think that's foul of all these content creators who are doing that for clickbait issues and views. Doing that, that's wrong. That's flat out wrong.
Yeah, and this is why I rather wanted to talk about it today in this type of form, knowing that when I do talk about it, like the brotherhood circle and things of that nature, we really talk about it serious. Like I don't have no answers really. I just see it as, I understand if people may see how people shouldn't see it, right? People shouldn't see it that way, that she's lying, because it f's up a lot. It f's up the when women are going through something. It actually does a disservice to them.
Absolutely.
They think it's doing a disservice to that man they taking advantage of, or that celebrity and that athlete. But what they doing is actually doing a disservice for the women out there that's actually violated. You're fogging up their voices. You're making it harder for them to be believed because of, and when it goes high profile, remember, people are followers. They follow these celebrities, they follow whatever's on TV. Once that high profile guy gets off, and then it came out to be that woman was just lying, then that's the image out there. So even when in your own community, or when a woman come out and say something, they only gonna think about what they see, on the larger scale and pop culture. Yeah, this woman is lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here,
It's like, yeah, once the shit's out the horse, you can't push it back in. You know what I mean? And they start throwing this judgment that ruins his fight, that ruins his money, ruins his career, his reputation, and everything else down the line. So, and that respect, but at the same time, we also have to respect on the other side, right? If it's true or not, which is why I say we can't pass judgment on this until then. Now, if charges are brought up, Well, that's
Which probably
different, I think.
what probably it is if they do an investigation and charges are being brought up, and the power of social media, you know, is probably going to help this situation even more for charges to be brought up. Tony said even though they was together, I couldn't get the first message. If this was Tony, if this was the second of the first that you was talking about, even though they was together 2 years and she was 16, they gave me 2 years to the what does TDC means? Not sure.
So
I'm not sure what TDC.
Oh, you're
means.
reading this, Chloe? Oh, let me see here. Even though these.
So I'm waiting until he goes to court, and I would take a man's life just being honest. I'm trying to find if that was the second part of your of Tony's message. I'm trying to find it. Let me see. My fault, Tony, if I skip through the first one you said.
Well, charges are not going to be brought up until the prosecutor sees that they have enough evidence to go forward. You know what I mean?
But I also want to read the message after what Tony said, because, you know, Rachel says something that is for real. The shame and unwillingness to speak out comes from the assault taking away your power. Facts. I think if a man was assaulted by another man, he will feel similar shame and need to keep that quiet. Not that you say it like that, Rachel. See, that's why, you know, you learn something. You learn something. You know, I just learned something right now, because me not thinking, if that would have happened to me when I was young and it was a dude, I just would have came out, because knowing how the man culture is, just think about it. Just think about it if somebody violated you as a man, right? And now you that dude that got violated, you that dude that got penetrated. You feel me? That is embarrassing. That is, you gonna be shameful to actually be like you could honestly be like, hey, yo, yeah, cop, this got penetrated.
I think we function a little bit differently though as men. I don't think we're gonna need a group of other men coming out for us to say, you know, if we're gonna come out, I think we're just gonna come out and fucking go to the cops and get this shit done with, right? If we ever decide to. It's not like, oh, I heard somebody else go through it.
Maybe a man will kill him, but in the end of the day, it's still shameful how, especially the man culture is, right? The man culture is where we have a different culture than women. You remember when you was younger, and just by you being a virgin, it was like a diss. Hey, shut up, you a virgin. Like you was forced to actually have sex because you didn't want to be that guy that is a virgin.
Well, there's that prime case going on right now with the Chicago Blackhawks, a hockey team, where the general manager sexually assaulted one of the young draft picks back then in like 2008 or something like that. And he came out just recently, and a lot of shit came out and everything. And so, yeah, it took him all these years for him to come out. So, yeah, there is a line of embarrassment, but they fired that guy, and he's going through charges now and shit like that.
Yo, Tony, because I can't go more up on the StreamYard. You know, I hope if you can you say what you said? So, can you retype? So I really could get to know you, so I could really understand the message. If you can, because I can't scroll all the way up on my StreamYard. It just has a limit. You know, I can't go all the way. So I was trying to look for the first part. Weird TV. What's good? What's good? Hold on. Let me put you on. But yeah. Damn. Hold on. Shit. What's good? Weird TV. So yeah, good looking out, Rachel, for that one. I just learned something new. You know, it is kind of like I will be thinking about that. You know, Weird TV, talk to me. What you think about this situation, my brother? What you think?
It's kind of crazy, man. Going back to that last message that you was just saying, man. I would be sort of nervous too. You know what I'm saying? Say something like that happened to me. I'd be thinking about it for a while. It wouldn't be something where I would be like, right away, let me go get this out there. You know what I'm saying? So it is pretty crazy. these situations when they come up, it could go one way, it could go another way. You know what I'm saying? It's not written in stone. You know what I mean? How it's gonna go down when it does go down. You know, so
nah, that Rachel, you humbled me right now.
for sure. You know, I was like,
that shit did humble me for real. Cause I'm like, yo, that shit happened. I'll probably I'll be thinking like days. For real. I'll be thinking more to kill the person.
Exactly.
To actually tell somebody. I won't even kill them. They won't even know why I did this to this person. Even after I did that to the person, I still I just killed the dude because shit, he did something. Because think about it. You know why you did that to that person? Because the motherfucker penetrated on it. You know.
This is one thing I thought about. How everybody's saying, "Oh, why would she come out at this moment when he's about to have his biggest payday?" And I'm thinking to myself, all right, let's say this is all legit. Mm-hmm. Right, and I'm the person that got violated, and this motherfucker's on TV, and he's about to have his, his glam year, whatever, and be the big dude now on campus, making his money. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this mode. This is not the right time. Vengeance is best served when cold. I'm gonna fuck him up. Now I'm gonna fuck him up. You know what I mean? So if somebody did violate you, yeah, why wouldn't you choose this make a time for you to want to come out to fuck them up? You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just too many variables for us to at this very moment say which way it can go. I think right now, if we're going to be talking about this, I at least in my perspective, I'm going to play like the devil's advocate on both sides, so that we can probably open up the discussion of what I see and on both sides of this particular case. Right now, it's all these women are supposedly coming out, but it's only coming out from her mouth. It's not coming out from the other women's mouth. There's no other police report been done. No other names been mentioned, or any further tweets from other women.
Let me say the super chat. Hector, good looking out. Regis Progress said he was winning the fight. Tank. Yeah, I saw that. That would be a good fight. That'd be a good fight. But still, I still don't want Rolly to get the. Even though that would be a more interesting fight, in my opinion. I would like to see probably Rolly versus a Javante.
That would be a dog fight.
But I just don't think it's fair yet to pull Rolly out that card. Brian Flores in the building. Good looking out, Brian Flores. What's good? Where we at now, man? We talking about this touchy subject. Tony said, what I'm saying, Rolly will have his day in court. And if he did do something like this, he deserves everything they give him. Facts. I'm with you on that, Tony. But also if they go to court and come to find out that this woman was lying, whatever Rolly was, that's how I think. Whatever Rolly was going to get, whatever he's going to be charged and sentenced, if he would have been guilty, I want that woman to do the same time. You think that's fair, y'all?
I think there needs to be penalties for this.
But it's hefty penalties, yo.
Yes, because these charges are life-changing for any person. For any person who goes through anything like this, these are, I mean, you're not going to get a job. You're going to be on some bullshit probably list or something. It's life-changing, and it's not gonna be beneficial to that person for the rest of their lives. So yeah, the same consequences need to be passed on. If it's deliberately found out that this person is lying, you know what I mean? It has to be like, oh, we found this is a planned out lie. Yeah, you deserve a lot of consequences for that.
Yeah, yo, let me say this. Yo, either way, it's too early, and I believe that it's crazy to the point where they're knocking Rolly out of the fight already, because nothing's been proven. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's law. You're innocent till you're proven guilty. So for them to be taking it away from him, it's just not acceptable. Like, if I was Rolly, I just wouldn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, going back to what Punch said before, I'm surprised he's not out there more. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
I would be like, yo, hold on.
His attorneys are telling him that, bro.
But to be honest, he did post. He's not posting anything, but he's posting to his story though. Because I was saying the same thing yesterday. I'm like, yo, Rolly changed. Rolly be on Instagram on every other hour stuff, and now he hasn't posted, but he actually did post it. He was posting all over yesterday on his story though. If you check his story. But yo, Raw Boxing TV in the building. Welcome. About time. Welcome to the Brotherhood Circle, my brother.
Hey man, thank you for having me, man. It's been a while, ain't it?
Yes, sir, man. What you feel about this subject?
man.
You want to add on to what HLD and Weird TV and the people in the chat saying?
Okay, so this is a very I'm gonna go back to the very question you asked earlier. What do you say to your kids?
Yeah,
I want to start from there because that is to me that is the foundation for the rest of this conversation from a parent standpoint. And when I posted earlier that if we put fear in our kids, that might prevent them from talking to us or being open to us, or might cause them to hold things from us. I don't mean stop disciplining your kids, stop educating your kids, right? But you always, and mind you, I'm not the best father or the best or the example to follow as a father. This is just what I practice, what the wife and I practice with the kids. But and we're getting better at it, obviously, because the more you learn as time goes. But you always want to place yourself, not just talk to your kid and say, I'm your protector, but you want to show them that you're the protector. You want to give them at least that confidence that, you know what, it doesn't matter how dark it is, what I've done or what has happened to me. I want to talk to my father or my mother about it, because guess what? Sometimes our kids have that little buddy that doesn't, causes them to be fearful or fearful of suffering any sort of consequences. They might be more open to them than they are to their parents. Why?
Yeah.
But damn, if I say that to dad, he gonna kill me. Right?
Well,
if
I put
say
myself
that to
in that
mom,
situation, you know what I'm saying? Why did I go to this house? Maybe I was cutting class or something like that.
Correct. But if you can place yourself in a position to where, you know what, I'm gonna go tell mom and dad. I know they're not gonna be happy, but I know they're gonna help me. If you can find a way to place yourself in front of your kids as that protector, that disciplinary person. When I say discipline, I don't necessarily mean beat the hell out of your kids. Now, mind you, if sometimes your kids, need a little whack, that's up to you and your kid. That's up to you and the way you raise your kids. I'm not going to be out here telling you how to raise your kids. But I just think I'm going to use myself as an example. My mom raised me the hard way because, she was a single mom, 3 wild boys. So she didn't play. But I kept a lot of things from her in my younger days because of fear of getting my ass whooped. Excuse the French. You know, and so that it's like I look at that back, and I was talking. Matter of fact, it's crazy because me and the wife have been talking about this for the past weeks. It's like I don't want to be the image to my kids of Big Brother. I don't want to be the guy.
I don't want to be a friend. Something like
correct. And I also don't want to be the law. Like I'm waiting for you to do something so I can smash you, because then I can see my kids like, well, the hell, if I can't come to you, because if I do, you're gonna kill me. Then what's the point of me coming to you? You see what I'm saying?
Fact. Let me get this.
I also take. Okay, go ahead.
My fault. Let me get this one. Magic said false accusation have no consequences. I've been accused of rape and they just let the lies go. Wow, man.
Now you could sue civilly for compensation on the bullshit, but there's no like legal hard consequences that any prosecutor is going to go after somebody for that. That's the problem with those situations.
Let me touch on that. HLD, I'm so sorry, my friend.
No, go with HLD.
Good, brother. Good. Let me touch on epoxy magic, because what he just said was the next part to what I was going to say. I have seen a lot of false accusations on men. Now, mind you, I'm not taking sides here because none of us know enough about this specific situations to even make a judgment. And plus, we ain't nobody to make judgment in this situation. Exactly. But I have seen two cases at least of false accusations where, guess what? At least here in Kentucky, even if the girl drops the charges, even if the detectives say, you know what, we don't believe you, the guy still stays registered as a potential sex offender, which is mind-blowing to me because the guy is automatically treated as a second-class citizen in court. It's kind of like family court, right? Now, that's not to say that there isn't a lot of maggots out there, sexual predators out there that do what they do. And another thing I want to say is I do wish upon the day that a rape from a female to a male is valued at the same level than a male unto a female. I don't want to start a gender war, but I'm just saying the
No,
wrong action of rape, the wrong action of rape must be punished on both sides, because you do get the guys that are like, oh well, shoot, if a girl raped me, I'll enjoy it. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You can hear testimonies of guys on all over the place. It's just not enjoyable.
It's not. It's not. And this is what I also said earlier. I said earlier about the, that men. I said this is another show. Men don't come out when they actually getting violated. They don't come out as much as women do. I think it's 1 out of 9 boys that come out. I think it was 1 out of 4 girls come out after they're being raped. I think guys is 1 out of 9, something like that. It was crazy. So boys get violated, but they just don't come out. And then the nature of the manhood is that virgin. Yo, you're not a virgin. You ain't having sex, then you ain't that dude. You're not a man yet. You're not that dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's an embarrassment if you don't have sex at the same time. It's like a force when it comes to this man culture as well.
Correct.
Let me read what Tony said. They still gave him 2 years in Texas Department of Correction, and she only did it because he left. They had a child together and 2 years together, but she was underage at the time and lived with her folks.
Oh, that's what you meant, Texas Department of Corrections. TDC. That's what.
I get it. I get it now. Damn, man. Yo, I tell you, in high school there was this one a dude that I know. He was dating this girl. He was 18, senior. She was a junior. It was 18. He was 18 and she was 16. The mother found out that she had sex with him. The parents took him to court for rape. Not even the daughter. The daughter was like, no, this is the guy that I was dating. I wanted to go out. No, the parents took this guy and he was charged for 3rd-degree rape. Yeah. Because he was 18 and he was 16. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
That shit is real crazy, man. Real crazy. It happens all the time. A lot of people, there's so many things going around in the world that happen and we don't know. And, we know about Rolly because he's a big name. You know what I'm saying? He's a boxer. But it's crazy. Like I said, I go back to what I was saying before. That all these things that happen, every situation is different. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna know until later on. But I go back to what I said as well. I don't think they should have took the fight away. I think that they should go through with the fight. If in the future they're gonna find out what happened, that's for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's already out there.
They haven't yet, though. It's not official that they're taking it away.
If something happens where they find more information and investigation, and he ends up having, he gets caught up, then he gets caught up. You know what I mean? And then things happen the way it's supposed to. But it just doesn't sit right the way they did him. You know what I'm saying? Just doesn't sit right. For now,
I know. Tony is a tough conversation. But you know what? Maybe your experience as a parent, your experience, will help out people in the chat too. This is a touchy subject. This is why I do this on a Sunday, because I want to do it because there's people that's going through stuff. People don't know. It's just like I posed the question, what would I do as a parent? To be honest, I will be mad at, I want to kill the dude, but I also be mad at, let's say, my daughter for not telling me. I'm not saying I'm going through it the right way, but I want some answers, you know what I'm saying, from my fellow brothers. Probably, all right, you should do this, you should start saying this. If it does, you should, we can help out each other in this. And it's true, Esco. Cardi B used to get dudes, put stuff on drinks, and then take money from them, left them on the hotel with nothing. She said it publicly. And nothing happened.
Just recently in Florida, there was a woman that got arrested and she was drugging dudes and robbing them and shit. That happened like last week or so.
Yo, good looking now with the undo, my brother Magic. I love the talk, mi hermanos. You guys chop it up from both sides of issues. My case, I did 1 year and could have been deported and probably lose my kid. Thankfully, her mom finally told the truth. No matter what I could, that's the shit right there, man. No matter what, I could not call the streets on my kid's mom. Be the hero to our kids. Facts. Right there when I read that part, when he finally told the truth, that chill you get when you about to get mad and about to get probably nervous, that chill that you about to like punch somebody. Yeah, I'm telling you.
But
bro.
that's but and now
like
this brother
that,
here,
man.
now this brother here probably has a stained record. He probably got a stained record.
Oh yeah, because he's got an arrest record that doesn't get totally expunged and shit.
That experience though. See me, I hold a grudge, and you're strong dude, my brother, man. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I'm sorry that you and your children had to go through that, man.
And like I said, I know, I'm gonna speak. When I'm speaking, anybody who's listening, I'm speaking like on both sides, like the devil's advocates. It's not about taking any side, but when it comes into these prosecutors nowadays, their job is not to find the truth. Let me just tell you, their job is not, they're to find the truth. No, their job is to lynch you. They don't care by what means. If they have to omit evidence, if they have to just chop things up to make it seem like you're guilty, they'll do whatever it takes to just hang you. Their job is not to prove you innocent. Even if you provide the prosecutors all the evidence to prove that you're innocent, their job is not to do that. Their job is to try to get you by any means possible, and that's it. That's it.
Yo, Punch, I do want to say though, I'm really happy to see what you do as far as what you do with the, with the every Sunday, when you talk to the fellow brothers and sisters out there, man, I really do respect it, because I never really realized before how much a person such as yourself on YouTube, the way you touch people, the way you talk to people about different things that are important, and at the same time, as you put it before, men don't want to, they don't want to talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? They're like wired to keep these issues and these internal. You know what I'm saying? So when you can find somebody who can bring things out of you, you know what I'm saying, it makes it a little bit easier. And you don't know, you maybe stop somebody from doing something crazy, or you help them do something good, or you know what I'm saying, on both sides, and I'm seeing that, you know what I'm saying. I never really seen that or thought about shit like that before. You got a big position. You always got to try to remember that, man, because
thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. And you know what actually inspired me to I always do it in boxing. I always talk about some serious stuff within the content of boxing, and I bring, my faith into place, or my struggle with my faith into place, and things of that nature, so people could get to know why I say the way, or where I'm coming from, what ignite me to say what I got to say. But also is when Kalua is a person that used to be on the channel, on the chat. We used to debate, have dialogues all the time. Cool brother. I got to know outside of the YouTube. And when he was going through cancer, he passed away. And then his wife, shout out to his wife, and then she hit me up, and she like, you added like a year extra to his life, that he was always just looking forward, that was the only time he felt happy, just listening to when I'm on my content or going live. And thank you very much. And it was a beautiful touching message. And I'm like, because you never know who you touch, you never know who you could touch. And that's what, like, we got some type of responsibility. We might not know, we got some type of responsibility. I just feel like I got a responsibility. I think that there's something that within men that we keep inside. We keep inside a lot, and we don't talk about it. We don't have that sister, like I said, that's why I started the brotherhood circle, because like the sisters, they talk amongst each other, relationship and all that stuff. With men, is like we keep it inside. We just got to do what we got to do. And we never want to be, is within a man's pride not to look weak or feel weak, especially next to our children and women. And I think this is why I feel like this is good. It's good for us. Anybody in the chat is going through something, or, just, say it, you're not with your wife or kids right now. They're probably not looking on, and probably you could vent out. So I feel like this brotherhood circus for us to vent out and educate one another at the same time, and build one another, so we could take care of our woman and our family the proper way.
Yep.
It's a real fact. I can't imagine that chill that went through your spine when she reached out, man. You know what I'm saying? That must have been real crazy, man.
Oh hell, man! I was like, yeah, because I was like, no, I mean, I spoke to dude, and I always was, this is gonna be my last chemo, and I think that's it. And if I don't make it out of this one, I don't make it. I was always, come on, man, Kalua, man, I'm gonna see you on Happy Hour Thursday. Let's stop playing. You're gonna come out of this, and came out of it, and it was like a year where he was taking the chemo and everything was good. And then the last time he's like, if you don't hear from me this date, then it happened. So I ain't hear from him. Like,
Oh man,
damn.
bro.
And then on my IG, and then she sent me a message, and I'm like,
was-
just to let you know, he passed on a Tuesday and stuff like that. But that hit me. That hit me. That hit me because you build with people, and then you talk about you try to give them type of motivation and stuff like that, and you feel like I was like, don't worry, God got your back, and you're gonna do this, and you're gonna. And I felt at the same time, like, damn, I felt like a liar, but I wasn't a liar. You know what I'm saying? I just felt at the same time, giving them that type of motivation, and that he didn't come through with it.
That's a
I
fact.
felt like
That's not a lie. That's just a shot of what do you want to call it? A shot of happiness, a shot of willpower. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. It wasn't no lie.
But hey, man, he's a guy. We talked a lot about that, and I'm happy that I'm happy. I'm just saying, not everybody believe in what I believe, but I'm happy that he accepted Jesus Christ as a Lord and Savior before he went. That's all I can say.
That's good, man. That's the sad part of life, but you can't get rid of that part. So you gotta just work with that.
So I want to ask y'all a question. Let's flip it around on what Rachel said, because if it happened to you and it was you as a man, if it would have happened to you, how would you respond it? What would you think your response was if you was the violated by a man? Just like I said, damn, she humbled me because I never thought about it like that. If I would have got violated by a dude, if I would have been ashamed to come out, how would y'all handle that?
I think there's stages to that. I really think there's stages to that. You know what I mean?
I think go first. Fuck the way, where I come from and what I've been through and my background and my experience, I definitely would have done something more along the lines of what you was talking about, Punch, on some real shit. I would have definitely handled that on my own. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, though, I got an 8-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? So that, and everything that a man does, you gotta weigh that's a big weight. You know what I'm saying? You gotta weigh that. You gotta weigh it up. You know what I mean? So I say that, but then I also think when I speak and when I'm thinking as I'm speaking, I'm also like, would I have done something like that? Could there have been another route? You know what I mean? Because what happens if I kill the guy? I kill the guy, but then there's a body, right? There's a gun, there's a this, there's a that. Nowadays, what year are we in? You know what I'm saying? Like how many people getting away with murder nowadays? You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know, man. And it goes back to what you were saying, how you were saying you was humbled, and that was a very good question because not a lot of people put themselves in the shoes. You know what I'm saying? When you're speaking about different subjects, you know what I mean? So it's crazy, man. I don't, I know what I would have done in a different time, and I know what I would have wanted to do, but that's why these women that do go through these things, who aren't playing these games and are and really went through these situations, man, it's crazy. It goes along the lines of what happened with you and your friend. It's a real sad part of life, you know what I mean? And it would have been a real difficult situation and something that I probably wouldn't have known how to handle until I was right then and there. You know what I mean?
What y'all feel? Because I pose this question because it does tamper with the feeling of when us men say, "Oh, why these women don't come out when they happen to them?" Because I used to be ignorant like that, but even a message like that will re-humble me, right? That question did humble me, so that's why I'm opposing this question. So, what you feel about that, TV and HLD?
You want to go first, or you want me to go?
No, either way. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, first to the other. I mean, about what would we do if it happens to you? I mean, I guess it's on an individual basis. How
if a man did it to you,
right? It's on right, and that to me it would be rage, man. There's gonna be rage. You know what I mean? God knows what's gonna happen with that rage, but obviously you're gonna have sentiment of shame and all that shit that comes along with it. You know what I mean? Your manhood and depending on where you're from and your culture, you know, your machismo is taken away, man, that's gonna be some serious fucked up shit. So I can understand as far as maybe talking about it's gonna be more difficult but as far as taking action, no, there's gonna be some action, at least from me, whether it's the legal way or the street way. Something's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna need the encouragement of other men saying, "Oh, this guy also did this to me." I don't need somebody else, you know, to help me encourage what my initial reaction or action is gonna be. Now, as far as talking about it and being more open about it, I think that's gonna that part will take a systematic thing of a group nature, maybe being with people who were violated by the same person, or in group natures of therapy of stuff like that with other people. But as far as what I'm gonna do, yeah, I don't need other men to tell me that I got to make a police report or why I didn't. I knocked the shit out this the guy from the beginning. I don't need somebody to, you know, to encourage me for that. I'm gonna take action. And that's where it's kind of like, that's what I was saying earlier. It's a little bit different with this woman. She didn't file a police report supposedly until all these anonymous other women were saying so. And I'm like, huh? You know what I mean? And until to this moment, it's only one person who's saying that there's other women. We don't know if there's for real or not. But I mean, that's the way I take it.
Good looking out, Esco 2-time. Good looking out. Thank you. Yeah, this is a touchy subject. You know, it's hard for anybody to really talk about it and give their point of view, because some people may look at it like, oh, you don't understand, you're disingenuous, you're wrong, you don't know what's going. You know, it's tough. You can look at whatever way. If you a little bit on the side of a Rolly, oh, you're a bad guy. If you're just a little bit side of the lady, you know what I'm saying? It's a touchy subject. What do you think, Roll Boxing TV? And good looking out, Esco 2-time, my brother. Good looking out.
Man, I gotta be real with you. It's kind of hard to even give you an accurate answer on this, because let's just put it from two scenarios. Let's start with the one, if a man did it to me. I think if a man did it to me, I would think, just me speaking from never been through that, I would think before even taking it to the law, I would be engineering ways to get to him and end his life.
Yeah.
Right. And then let the chips fall where they may. If I go to prison for it, it's kind of like, I'm a man, I'll kill you for that. Right. You know what I mean? Or I like to think I'll do things civil, but go ahead, read that, because that's very important. And I'll continue after that.
Yeah. Don't you think women feel the same way? I'm gonna pose that question too, because I know we're saying it like men, like we're gonna kill this guy. You know what I'm saying? But I think women, if I could be wrong, but I think that women feel the same way. But
they could,
you know,
I right of the storm. They do.
Right of the storm. Good looking now. I can't speak from experience. Having been a victim of sexual abuse by a relative, I kept it quiet. I have never told a soul beside my wife. My parents were never people I could open up. My dad, machismo, and my mom too busy.
Boom.
Again, my brother. Yeah, just like Raw Boxing was saying earlier. And man, I'm sorry you had to go through that, my brother. Right of the storm. And man, I'm hope that, you know, how can you even I hope that you can get, because that's something that just stays with you, right? I don't know. That's something that
I heard of a case, and this was from, and I'll mention no name, because this happened to a friend of my wife. But her stepdad was molesting her. And what's crazy about this, and this is another situation that's gonna bring another scenario into this. What's crazy about it is she went up to her mom, my man, and her mom protected her stepdad that was the one molesting her own daughter. But that's not it. They went to a higher counselor, let's just say, because I don't want to mention the job title either.
Yeah.
And this man told him, it's best if we keep this under the table. And my whole thing is, if you ever go through this, if your own parent, if your own mother, your own dad ever tells you, hey, it's probably because you're too flirtatious or whatever, man, I'm telling you, I was screaming out, especially today with social media. I do live streams on Facebook telling him this guy raped me. I mean, I'll make it known to the whole block to the whole family, to the whole. I'll take it to the cops because look, we've seen several scenarios. The man that was molested by a relative and he kept it quiet, right? Because of the reasons he put in his comment. Then we've seen the other gentleman that was falsely accused, spent a year in jail until the woman came out and said the truth. Man, this is a touchy subject, right? And we're seeing how different people deal with it different, how different people from both sides deal with it different. And man, I just don't think keeping it quiet, as hard as it might be, I don't think keeping it quiet is the
Accent.
the right thing, you know? I don't know. Maybe I'm just ignorant because I've never been through it, but I just think that by speaking out, consequences will follow to the correct person, you know?
You know what's crazy, Punch? I do think that the women, they're not far from what we are. They they got brains, they got this, they got that. I think that a lot of them would love to take matters into their own hands and this and that,
Yeah.
just like we would, But I think it goes back to even what I was saying, where the first thing you think of, the first thing they might worry you and even surpass that feeling that you get when you think about that person and what you would do and this and that, going to jail, the law, the police and all that, you know what I'm saying? So when that, when you get scared and you worry about, you got other responsibilities and this and that, what other option is there? You know what I'm saying? There's only two realistic options. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? So going back to what she was saying, I do understand why girls would keep it quiet. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that not a lot of funny stuff is going on in other situations, and it could be this Rolly situation. You know what I mean? That it's just fabricated stuff that never happened. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So it's a touchy subject, just like what you said before. It's we're talking about things that you need all the pieces to the puzzle, before you can really speak on it 100%. You know what I mean? But it's crazy, man. It really is crazy,
Yeah, man, it is. Right of the Storm said, I'm a very overprotective parent. I always try to open up with my daughter. I never want to be someone my daughter or son can't open up and speak to. And that's what Raw Boxing TV was alluding to. It's true, man. I'm the same way. I talk to my kids. I gotta know what they're about at all different stages of their life. Sometimes we let them go and think they're getting older. That's it. They go to high school. They got their middle school friends, high school friends, and nah, man. You just gotta stay relevant to what they like. Know them. Still be their best friend as parents. Still be their best friends, so you can have that type of camaraderie. There's people out there that you a parent, but then you don't got that bond with your kid. Vice versa. You got to create that bond. You have to create that bond with your kid.
Well, this is absolutely this in itself,
That's for sure,
is
man.
similar.
I got an 8-year-old. She's not old enough yet, so I'm not dealing with a lot of things that you might be dealing with. I noticed that my girl, she don't really got that relationship with her where she's more the stricter one. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more the one that let things slide, and I'm more the one who will throw her on my back and play around and do all the games and stuff like that. But when I think about how things are gonna change, as she gets older, it's gonna be more important for in my eyes, because how it goes, man. How kids are when they get older. There's a time where they start to rebellious. I know, because I know, you know what I mean. This is me I'm talking about at the same time, and it's gonna be good that she is the way she is, because I think it's gonna be like a good balance. We'll be able to keep her in check more. You know what I'm saying? That way, because you got to give them that love, but you also need to show them that you're not the one to play games with. And you're not gonna let things slide. You also got to have the strong hand. You know what I mean? So that's important. That's important.
Say what you want to say, HLD.
No, I'm just trying to say, even though they're similar, I guess as far as we're talking about sexual assault in a way, but when we're talking about children, it comes down to how we, our foundation of what we have at home and how we deal with, raising our kids and that trust and bond and camaraderie that you have with your children to have that open trust, to be able to communicate the most intimate things that need to be happening. But then as far as adults, I think it's a you know, right now we're talking about this woman, how she's dealing with it. I think it's a different little bit different scenario. How do you deal with it at that point once you're an adult, a woman or man, and how you're supposed to come forward with it and take, you know, take matters in your own hands as an adult to either, you know, go to the proper authorities or something like that, as versus to when it's a child that you're hoping that your child comes at least to you as a parent to talk about this. And I think it's a little, you know, even though, like I said, the similarities is, yeah, there's a sexual assault, but as far as how you handle it as an adult, and how you're supposed to then raise your child to bring it to you, and so that you can have that camaraderie and that openness of trust that they can bring anything to you. I think that's foundation at home, and that's, you know, that's something that we all need to do, especially with our kids. You know, yes, you're their parent, but at the same time, you got to be their most confidant person, and for that to happen, you have to build that special relationship with your child, where you are like a diary to them. You know what I mean? Where they can write everything to you. And so, but as adults, then, I mean, like I said, this young woman, what she's going through, you know, how are you supposed to go through with it? You know what I mean? Is it to go to your parents, or is it to go to the authorities? You know what I mean? Or which is the manner as an adult that you're supposed to go through it? As far as the guys goes, you know, with the assault thing, I was listening to Dave Chappelle, man, and he was, you know, he's comedic about his stuff, but, you know, I think as for men, I think it depends on even the sexual assault that was done upon you. In his case, Dave Chappelle, he's kind of like, you know, more nothing about it, because it was that, you know, they were giving him oral sex, and so, you know, it wasn't such a violation to him as it would have been of him giving oral sex or him getting penetrated. And I think that sexual act in itself is different than the other one, in which the manner it may you know, traumatize this person and be so detrimental to them as a violation. So I think the sexual act for men, of what it is, I think also matters, because the way he talks about it, he's like, man, you know, I didn't care. This, you know, this guy was, you know, wanting to suck my pee-pee, and you know, hey, I let it happen. Because, hey, fuck that guy. He wanted me to do that to him. Then, you know, I came all over his face. That's the shit he was saying, right? So he wasn't so, you know, seemed to be so offendedly violated in that sense, had it been that it was him having to be forced to do oral sex, or like I said, or getting penetrated.
Yo, Sanchez, hop back on, man. My brother, my fault. Everybody was in there. I didn't want to stop nobody from their thought process. But if you can hop back on, man, hop back on, Sanchez. Yo, this is, again, man, this is we there's people that got stories. I mean, this is the show for you to vent out, man. It's not here to chastise nobody. If anybody was chastising, anybody on the chat with their stories, man, y'all out for good, man. I'm blocking y'all for real. You know, because this is no laughing matter, nothing like that, especially when somebody's expressing their stories. But it could be disingenuous when people may not believe the girl because of, like I was saying in the beginning of the show, you know, is this culture, you know what I'm saying? Is the culture of taking advantage of these men, these celebrities, and there's also a culture of these powerful celebrity men trying to take advantage and think that they could get whatever they want to get. So that's like it's hard to, what is what?
Let's say this person that we're talking about, right? We know about Rolly. We know how his craziness he puts up on Twitter. I mean, you know, he'll put stuff up there like, man, I like banging strippers raw, and, you know, and shit like that. I mean, what I mean? So we know that, okay, he's, you know, he acts out to be a wild boy, and so we judge him on the, you know, on the raunchiness that who he is, right? I guess that's how a lot of people are trying to do, whether we know if it's play or not. But what if like I was to say that this person who's supposedly accusing him, allegedly, like maybe a day before or within that day, she ends up posting something like this: I just got a new book from Barnes and Noble, and what does the book say? Why Men Deserve Less. Huh? What if I was to say that this person posted something saying like, "Bae, are you sure you don't want to hear me? At least let me repeat this again. Bae, are you sure you don't want to hear at least one of my whole stories? Your best friend is in the story." What? And the reply from the guy was, "Oh nah, LOL." And then the reply would be from this person saying, "Oh, is that a deal breaker?"
Is that
And
is
the
that
guy,
is that is that what Isabel said?
yeah, and I'm like,
No, so
I
that's
said,
what I'm saying. You gotta say that that's what Isabel, because this is what we talking
and so
about.
and so
We
and
talking
so
about Rolly and Isabel.
yeah,
You gotta.
and so then
This
you
is
go.
this is what you find out in her social media platform.
Right. So I'm like, man, everybody judging Rolly, and I know Rolly and like that, but I sometimes be posting shit. I'm like, damn, bro, what the hell are you doing,
You
man?
wildin', right?
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so we don't. But so I'm reading through this, and this go, oh, is that a deal breaker? And the other dude goes, oh, hella blocked. He's saying to her, right? And then she said, it's cool. You're not the one for me. And the guy's like, he posted something like, yeah, whatever. Then you know what I mean?
So this is the crazy
yeah.
combos I was saying earlier, when men and women be having these crazy hoish convo, and then probably one of them is not in the mood, and now one is disrespecting, and the other one is.
So we're gonna judge Rolly on what we know about him, but then so that's why I'm saying we can't judge nobody on this shit. We don't know the truth. We don't know. Hey, maybe like I said, maybe Rolly does all this shit for whatever his. Hey, he promoted himself into this fight because of his raunchiness and his craziness. He got himself into this mega fight for the first time in his career, which I mean, I think most would say he does not deserve to be in the ring with Tank Davis. He has not earned that right as far as ranking wise or whatever it is by his resume, but because of who he is, how he puts himself out there, no help by his promoter, his craziness has got his name known in the boxing community and has helped him land this fight. You know what I mean? For a title shot against a guy who's considered one of the elite in his division. So so I'm just saying, I mean, the same thing with the women. Maybe she's just playing around on Twitter. I mean, that's all it is. Maybe it's a joke. Right? She's just putting out some crazy things. Maybe that's so.
But you notice that I think she was saying this in 2 days, and then I think when she got the attention, then she says, "I went to the police today." You know what I'm saying? Like
a day later after she came out.
I got something. See, that's what I mean. It's hard because not even me saying that, it goes back to the
but punch.
But it is what it is. Like after the energy. Oh, I got something here. Maybe a bunch of lawyers contacted her. Hey, do you have an attorney? You know how they are. Do you have an attorney? Go to the cop, and then it's crazy. It's crazy. Let me read this before. Tony Boswell said Rolly will have his day in court if the DA files charges. Until then, all we can do is wait and let God handle it. It all comes out in wash. Remember that. Facts.
Yep, absolutely.
What you was gonna say, Raw?
But what I was about to say is like this young celebrities should have learned from some of the things that's happening to other celebrities, right? You when you mess with a girl and you see what she posts on Instagram back to back to back to back, you should know, or at least have some type of idea of who this girl is. The dangers that you might encounter if you were to get her mad at you, right? And you should also know that, again, I'm not starting a clash of genders, but facts are facts. And the facts are, or at least the situations suggest, that men is treated as a second-class citizens in the courts of law when facing a woman, whether it's family courts, whether it's situations like this. Don't believe me? Just look at the gentleman. Spent a year in jail. He would have stayed in jail had the mother of the quote-unquote victim would have said, hey, you know what? My daughter was lying, right? Think about it. There is no way that I could be with a girl right now. I just met a girl. Let's say I'm walking on the street, met this girl, got into it, we talked, we clicked. She said, let's go to your apartment. I'll take her to my apartment. We're together. She walks out of there, calls the cops, says I raped her. Notice it was consensual. What proof do I have in my defense? None. Just my word. What proof does she have? She can go get a test and medically prove that she was penetrated. But wait, was she penetrated willingly or unwillingly? That's the question. And it goes back to word versus word. And who they gonna believe? The medical test? The medical test or the man's word?
Nope.
We're in a society where, I'm sorry, I know for a first-hand fact that look, man, I don't know if it's more prevalent nowadays, and I'm not trying to make fun of it as it is, but yo, this craziness of bipolarness in this society, it's a real motherfucking thing. And I know for a fact women be doing some stupid crazy ass shit when they're going through whatever fucking mental issues they're going through with that crap. And it cycles, man, and they'll do wild things and and accuse things and do things that are like so far fetched, and then later on have a regret moment and then back off from it. So I know these things do happen. And as men, as you're already saying, I mean, how do you prove that? It's you got to be really careful. You got to be really careful nowadays because anybody could say anything, and you are literally judged before even any proof of anything. You're going to get put through the ringer before you're even judged in court, and that happens in family courts all the damn time, all the damn time.
Correct.
Yo, shout out to Rachel and your messages, your replies was great. To be honest, great. Sometimes we try to convince others we are right, but this discussion has opened my perspective. Thank you to those who share their stories. It is 2 a.m. here in the UK. I'm out. Thank you, Rachel. Have a great night. Great night.
Shout out to Rachel, man. Shout out.
Hey, absolutely, Rachel. Thank you for giving your insight.
Yeah. Whoo, man.
It's
a touchy subject, but back to I think I don't know if it was Weird TV that was saying it. What's easy maybe for us to do and say and whatever is natural to us, and so we may be like, man, why not? It's maybe not that easy for others. Like for an example, even for somebody to come on the panel, maybe for some people they're like, hell no, I'm not gonna join the panel. I ain't gonna talk out in the open and right. And for any of us who like, all right, whatever, man, let me join and let me talk. And it's like second nature to us. We don't care. So what's easy for us may be a mountain for another person to do.
And then it is what I hope it does is for people to do open up, even if it's in the chat, open up, and maybe they've been holding on for something that they probably thought they was over with or not over with, and they still at this time can't talk about it with other people.
Hey, we've had several people put on the chat, man, things that what I mean. Hey, I'm gonna Epoxy, Rider of the Storm. I think it was someone else also. Tony. Yo. I thank you for sharing your stories, because those things I know have to be really deep, hard subjects, but they help open up another door in somebody else's closed-minded place where they just think it's their way. And that's why I'm saying we have to keep an open mind of everything. And so when I'm speaking, I'm going to play devil's advocate on both sides, and I'm not trying to take a side on anybody, but it's just so we can have a dialogue to continue pushing and continue understanding and learn, hopefully.
Yes. Sanchez said, yo, Punch, my bad. The kids walked in the house. It's pretty loud. They all got candy. I know. Trust me, my kids was loud too. Hope you can hop back if you can.
Hey, Punch, and also let me add something. Just it might be useful in a situation like this. Mm-hmm. If you feel like, if anybody out there feels like, say, coming out to your parents to explain to them this horror, right? Mm-hmm. If y'all don't feel like doing so because you don't trust your parents or whatever the case might be, but say you belong to a church or you even know a church, if you go up to the pastor of that church, now pastor is not the same thing as a priest. Let's keep that in mind, because the law applies different for the Catholic Church than it does for a Protestant church. That pastor, if he keeps that on the DL, on the download, by law, he becomes an accessory to the crime. So what are you saying? Well, Ranger, why do I have to take that to a pastor? Well, the reason is giving you an avenue to have somebody walk hand in hand with you to the authorities and bring this situation to the people that need to take care of it, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now I'm not throwing no jabs at the Catholic brothers. No, I'm just saying that the law,
the facts of what it is, right?
Yeah, the laws apply different. The priest can say, well, under confession, we are, the law permits us to keep that under confession, and then you got nowhere else to go. But if you take it to some type of Protestant pastor, by law, if he keeps that a secret, he is an accessory to the crime. So if you feel like your parents are not the people to talk to, if you belong to a church, or say you don't belong to a church, but you know of a pastor, go talk to him and tell him you need help to go to the authorities with this. He might sit down and ask you a few questions. I say 99% of the pastors are trained counselors on many areas, right? Just give him a little bit to work with so that he can go with you to the authorities and present your case, right? And that might be another way for you to take it to the authorities if you don't have the guts, if you're too fearful, if you don't want to take it to your
You don't
parents.
feel like you're all alone and stuff.
Correct.
They're what you considered mandated reporters,
Correct.
and anybody who deals, especially in the children's side, anybody who deals with children are required. I mean, by state, I guess it is they're mandated reporters. So anything that they suspect with a child that is of any type of a thing, they are required by law to report it. Same thing like doctors are, teachers, and stuff of that nature. You know what I mean? They are required by law to bring it to the proper authorities if they have a suspicion of any type of thing. And if some child does invoke saying these things, well, at least they are required by law to report it to the proper authorities.
Shout out to Danny Medina. What's good, brother? Shout out to Danny Medina. Epic C Magic said, deep, but I know they help others. I pass on what help was done to me. Thank you, my brother, for sharing the story, my brother. We need that. We're TV. Oh, he was talking to you. He said HLD. I couldn't hear you for a minute, so I didn't know if you asked me or something, so I could apologize. I can hear you now. Just
I know. I think I noticed it after like the second or third time. You're like, oh, I don't think you heard, but no worries, my friend. No worries.
What's good, Yono? What's good, Yono? Man, great discussion, fellas. Great discussion. Probably last question. I mean, it's in the rim of what we've been talking about. So us as a boxing, a community of boxing, but of course also a community of men and women. But we know that boxing is more predominantly a man, generated by the male fan base. Do you think it's fair what Showtime is doing and trying to pull Rolly out? Because then it does look like Rolly is already guilty. Do you think it's fair they pulling him out of this fight? What y'all feel?
I think it is unfair because the term innocent till proven otherwise or till proven guilty should not be taken lightly, right? Now, I get it. There's money tied up in this. The dates is coming up, whatever the case might be. But there could be serious consequences, not only to Showtime, but also to this girl if this turns out to be a lie, right? Because Rolly can cling to the fact that, okay, Showtime, by you taking me out, in the eyes of the public, you made me look guilty. And since now we know I'm not, I'm going to sue you for defamation of character.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough. And I think they could do this to Rolly is because he's not this hot, rich commodity where, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but if this was Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, they won't be pulling no Ryan Garcia out.
Hell no.
There's money behind them. There's
like this channel here, Rolly Beats Davis. He says it's unfair. Gervonta has 16 pending charges, but nobody pulls him out of no fight, right?
Yeah.
I don't get that. Now we're not taking sides. We're just putting things in a balance here.
Yeah, I want to know if this is a serious matter. Like this goes to Showtime. Is this a serious matter? Because I just don't think they got that Showtime keep it consistent for women being abused. I mean, you have thrown the bag to guys like right after you have thrown the bag to Mike Tyson when he came out. You threw the bag to Floyd Mayweather. You have thrown the bag to Gervonta Tank Davis. You have thrown the bag to Jake Paul that had his allegations. So
let me put it to y'all like
sign of the times, though.
Here comes Rolly. No, I'm saying because I even got in discussion with the time. Like right now is the Me Too, but Brona's in court. Remember the $13? He's in court because of the sexual assault or physical assault of a woman.
Facts.
So this is during the Gervonta Tank Davis. All this is during the Me Too movement. So because I had this discussion with somebody else, and they like, oh no, now is a different time. No, it's still throwing the bag.
Let me put it to y'all like this. usually situations like these, it takes years for the evidence to be gathered, for the testimony of the witnesses, for this, for that. If Showtime, and it goes back to what Raw was saying, if Showtime is already canceling Rolly for this, imagine how many fights do you think Rolly's gonna get after this? You think he's gonna be fighting anytime soon? You know what I'm saying? Like, so not only are they taking this bag away from him, they're taking all the, any bag in the future, in the next year or two or something like that. However long it takes for that process to go through. Like it's like a never ending thing with these situations. You know what I mean? And it's it's really a worst case scenario for Rolly right now. I really feel for the dude, and without taking away from the allegations and from this and that, because nothing's been proven yet. They still figuring everything out. You do got to take those girls seriously for now, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a no win. It's a no win. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah, you got to take. Of course, got to take those words. Got to take this man into consideration and really think and really take it very, very serious. Of course, but we still have to. It's still guilty. I mean, innocent is proven guilty.
For sure.
But think about it. Weird TV. Think about it. It doesn't matter if tomorrow the girl comes out and says, "Oh, it was all a joke." Rolly will forever have this attached to his name,
because public is public
until the day that he dies. He will have this attached to his name.
Yeah, it'll be attached. It'll be attached, but there'll also be it'll be attached that the girl came out the next day and said, it was all bullshit. You know what I mean?
I'm hoping, man, because there's a lot of people out here.
It's like Ghost Guerrero's dad when he was going that Floyd Mayweather. The woman beat her. The woman beat her.
Right.
Well, it's look back to the original question in itself.
He actually was convicted for it.
Correct.
Hold on,
that's a different case.
Let me read the Tony. Thank you all for the great conversation and opinions on this topic and matters. Work comes early. Salute. Good night. God bless. Tony.
Tony. Back to the original. Is it fair? I think we're now in a society where we're rushing to judgment, putting on the scarlet letter on anybody without it going through a process. Back then, you would normally wait till there's at least charges. You know what I mean? If there's charges brought up on somebody, then it's a little, even though you're still innocent until proven guilty, but it seems that there has been at least enough cause for them to want to bring a charge to you, and then a corporate company will say, you know what, we're going to protect ourselves because we don't know what's going on. Now this is not, we don't have that right now. All it is a report and an open investigation, and that's it. We don't know, all we got is right now is hearsay, and we don't have anything beyond that. So I think that's what I was saying earlier, is that for them to be especially in the YouTube, man. I mean, just they're talking about replacements. Or they're misquoting what Chris Mannix originally said, and instead of reading the whole statement, they're replacing him. He's canceled, and like no, he's not. No, he's not canceled. This man is still, nothing is official. And then it came out later is that they are, which any responsible promoter would do is having a plan B put to the side just in case. I could understand that. That I can understand, but then the way people report things, it makes a tidal wave. Like this kid is being, he got canceled because of the allegations already, and blah blah blah. It's a big tidal wave, and it's not fair for anyone. I'm not saying to him, for anyone, because we don't know what the truth or the matter of the fact is. We don't know what happened back then. We just went through a whole year of somebody accusing unrelated, right? But didn't we have Wilder accuse Tyson for a whole year of drugging, of assault with a deadly weapon, and all this crazy shit? You know what I mean?
What we was asking for? Proof.
And
right?
Nothing was ever brought forward, and yet you ask the majority of boxing fans, what they gonna tell you? But Tyson Fury cheated, because I heard in this, I heard he had tempered gloves.
Oh,
And all this.
boxing's corrupt. We know it's dirty. We know it's got to be true because you know that boxing's dirty. So yeah,
Right.
man, we know. You know that. Hey, man, if back then there's a possibility he spiked water, man, because of this and that. He didn't want to drink somebody's water. Yo, it's got to be true. And so you know what? The perception of reality changes. And so for a whole fucking 18 months, we're dealing with this bullshit here on YouTube on a fault, which we, at least in this case, I think it was a little more clear, clear cut as far as, you know, common sense tells you it was all bullshit. You know what I mean? As far as what the allegations were against Tyson Fury, but it's still to the matter of fact. We don't know until until the evidence comes out. And did it ever come out? Is it ever going to come out? No. You know why? Because it wasn't true, at least in this case. So we have to wait till the facts are put on the table and what are the actions of those involved are to proceed.
Because I try to go back to her Twitter, but now she gotta accept you or something. She used to have it open. He said, was that girl a stripper? you see, just like Flo said, was that girl a stripper or was that a lie? There's gonna be.
Oh, I don't know what she is. I do know she's a student. That I've read that she's a student.
But people gonna be like, what? Well, it doesn't matter if she was a stripper anyway. You know, she says no is no. But that's what I was saying earlier. That's what I was saying.
I'm just answering the question. I'm not saying that because she's a stripper, she cannot be violated. That's not what I'm saying.
Correct.
That question is just answering: is she a stripper? Not that I know of, and that she's a student is what I know from her own mouth. That's it.
Yeah, I think there's an angle that a lot of people, not too many people are thinking about. I really do think that Mayweather, Tank, and PBC. I really think that it was like a blessing for them, and I really think that not that they had anything to do with the girl, because you do get these people out
but
there
taking advantage of it.
I think I've seen it. I've seen a lot of people saying they put the girl up to it, this and that. I don't think that's true, right? I don't think that's true. I think that that situation is separate. I just think that they have more of a hand in Showtime canceling Rolly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really think it was for them, it was like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because now they were able to take that situation and use it to push Rolly away from Tank. You know what I'm saying? A major threat, somebody who could have gotten that ring and did some damage to they A-star fighter. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe that. You know what I'm saying? That there was like a meeting or something, and they were pushing. They were like, we can't have this and that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they were twisting Showtime up a little bit. You know what I mean?
I do know this. I do know this.
I laugh on this one. My poor guy. He said, "Hey, Jonas, is that the girl who Rolly told he was sucking on the crab? Is the same girl taking him to court for this? I don't know. He a wild boy. That's what, and I think that's why the perception is on Rolly. Like, oh, he's a crazy dude. He must have done it because he talks reckless like that. He talks that suck my PP stuff, and he talks like that. So that's why thing is coming down on him like that.
You feel what I'm saying? No, Punch. It goes back to what you were saying before. The record indicates and shows that Showtime, they weren't jumping the gun on these other situations. You know what I'm saying? And now that it shows that something changed. What changed? You know what I'm saying? I really do think that Mayweather, this party right here, they wanted, they didn't, they used that, and now they're gonna look for somebody else, less
look. I think it's also the culture. Okay, I don't want to bring this down because I think it's not even fair to bring down this say with Floyd Mayweather. But let me tell you, but I could tell you this. Yes, Floyd has this hard work, dedication, that a lot of people could vouch for him, how he works hard, how he was always dedicated to the in-game, in-ring. I'm talking about staying in shape, in ring, and his craft was always up to par. But outside of that was mujeriego. It's this guy that no le importa la mujeres. It's all about the strippers, have naked chicks, could have a different type of woman.
They're a sexual object. That's what they are.
Yeah. So then when you look, he promotes the strippers more than his own fighters.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So then you got young fighters coming from the hood, from nothing. Where you take them first? To the strip club and all this stuff. They see it. Maybe they're not as disciplined as you to be around that. Maybe Floyd Mayweather is disciplined enough to be around that and he won't take a drink. But also, you introducing them to this type of lifestyle as well. This Las Vegas lifestyle, going to the strip club. I'm going to my promoter strip club all day. And that's what I was saying earlier, that you go to that what you call it? The environment. You be in that environment 4 times a week, probably. You want to eat dinner in the I know people that eat dinner, that go to lunch out of their work and go to the strip club in Miami. A couple of my boys, they take a lunch and go to the strip club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This ends up being, to a lot of these young kids, their first time of actually having interaction with women. You know what I mean? That they haven't really even been able to get a girlfriend, maybe, or anything like that. And the first time they're having like interaction with a woman who's paying attention to them is when they go to the strip club for the first time. And this is the world that they learn and they live. That, oh man, she sits on me and she let me rub on her ass, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? That's all they know, and that's all they learn.
Kind of like the song "Sweet Emotions" from Earl Smith. How the little Hollywood attorney is like, my name is Billy, and he's talking to some of these phone sex workers, and she's driving them to ecstasy, and it's like all of these guys, man, they might just hit the strip clubs, and we're not really going off subject here. Track with me for a second. All these guys that see it so easy to put $1 and touch a girl may one day get the urge outside of a strip club and grab the first victim they see, right?
Yeah.
And cause some type of sexual assault on a woman or on a kid or on a guy, right? So when you see guys like Mayweather promoting, and I don't want to sound like the moral anything here, but when you see Mayweather, who is a boxing promoter, promoting strippers more than he promotes
fighters,
his boxers, doesn't say that. I had to stop following him. I stopped following him on Instagram because of the same thing, right? But I'll go on a limbo to say this. I wish,
salute Steel,
if by any chance, because I'm not taking sides here, by any chance this girl's lying, I wish some severe legal punishment comes upon her. And here's why. Not an anti-women or whatever the case you might want to.
No, it's being fair, equal.
Not only this protects women.
It's true. It protects
women. It protects the real victims. It sends a message. Look, if you're gonna bring an accusation, you better come with everything that it takes to have a solid foundation. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut and don't be lying to destroy somebody because you mad. Because they didn't want to be with you.
Yeah, because and like I was saying earlier, it's going to hurt the real victims out there. And this is why we are where we at right now. We are where we are right now because we don't want to believe her. We don't want to know if we don't want to believe him. But the bad part about it is that we don't want to believe her yet. We're not giving either the benefit of the doubt. But when something like this comes out, it should be like, what? Yo, we supposed to cater to that woman and stuff like that. But because so many women have come out and lied, now we're like, yeah, you just want money.
Correct.
So when people even if women is listening and you may hear, man, oh, y'all disingenuous, y'all don't know what we go through, y'all don't know and stuff like that. No, it's not that. It's that women themselves also has effed it up. Also, the system has given a wrist slap to the men that has done it, and they've gotten away. So it's it's goes both ways. The powerful man that knows how to buy his lawyers and get away with all that shit, and it's a difficult subject. It's a difficult situation to look at both and see who did it. And at the end of the day, then I just mean, for now, Rolly is innocent to proven guilty.
Facts.
That's the way I
say. And the thing, I think by majority, I think, I'm assuming, but I think by majority, even though I have my reservation of judgment, you raise your eyebrow to like, it's a little weird. That's all you're saying. It's just,
the timing too.
Maybe not so much at the timing, because I was telling a Punch earlier, if somebody did something wrong to me and I stayed quiet about it, but I have all this pain and resentment inside, and then all of a sudden this person is now on TV and this, you know what? Now's the time I'm gonna fuck this person up, because I would have that right to do that. See, I saw I'm gonna. So I even though the timing may be right, but I think the timing would have been better after the fight, after he gets the payday. So I'm just saying. But I think the initial reaction by most of you raises an eyebrow, kind of like when we had that guy. I think it was in Chicago, the guy from Empire, where he said that he got jumped and this and that, and the story was like, huh? You know what I mean? And yes, yeah, Juicy Smollett. Yeah, the Dave Chappelle stuff was saying it.
I love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and so everybody we're like, huh?
Why? Why? Because that Me Too movement in the
they all jumped on it.
LGBT, yeah, they jumped on it.
They all jumped on it and this and that. Man, we all knew that mofo was lying, and so a little bit of common sense also comes into play. I'm just saying, it's a little bit weird, you know what I mean? And so that's what I'm saying. That's you have to reserve judgment until that point, until we know more of the evidence, because we really don't know. I know a lot of boxers out there. I'm not going to name them because they some have retracted their own opinion about the matter, but they themselves are and so I don't think it's just some of us that may have a little like about this, but others are also especially in the boxing game saying the same thing, and then they're like, what, I'm going to reserve until we know more facts. But the initial gut reaction is
Correct.
That's all I'm saying.
Salute to Mighty Max Boxing. Everybody subscribe to Mighty Max Boxing, broski. Yeah, man, I'm about to end this one. Raw Boxing TV. Everybody subscribe to Raw Boxing TV. We're TV. Yo, well, tell them what else where else they want you. You want them to follow you. Everybody, Raw Boxing. You want to tell them just YouTube and what else?
I mean, yeah, just YouTube, and you see my social medias up here. Instagram, Raw Boxing TV. If you like the content, subscribe and activate the bell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're TV. HLD. Thank you for joining me talking about this, and I think there's going to be a constant conversation throughout the week.
Correct.
And it's going to be. I would love to see if Showtime does really officially cancel him out. I think there's gonna be people that's gonna be tight, right. Because there is no, and he hasn't been charged yet, hasn't been locked up. So let's just keep that in mind right now, folks. He has not.
If there's more evidence, you know what I mean, like real evidence that we can start seeing more shit, like conversation of real text messages or something to the effect that
the conversation still, porque esa conversation probably va a ser sucia también, tú sabes. It's gonna be
right.
Slut shit, both of them.
But just something that says, all right, he I don't know. I'm just saying that maybe there was, hey, I'm sorry I did that. Maybe just copy that on the text. You know what I mean? So, right. Something in the lines that says, oh, okay, then I can, then we can proceed with judgment without even a charge. But if that shit comes out, but if it doesn't and we don't have anything, I think everybody needs to really, hey, you know what? Give everybody the benefit of the doubt. Respect everybody who could be a possible victim. Respect because, hey, for all we know, Rolly could be a victim and this girl could be a victim, and we don't even know it in what way. So until then, let's just reserve judgment and just pray that the best comes out for both of them, for whatever it is.
Innocent till proven guilty.
Amen.
Yes, all right, brothers. Thank you, man. Peace out, everybody in the chat. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.